Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time. Tonight, listen as your Columbia City Eagles take to the court.
Hi, color commentator tonight as Sam Bechtold is out sick, and Jackson, this is your first time on air, and welcome.
Thank you.
Jackson, tonight we got a game, JV game in between Columbia City and Bellmont. This is the second conference game of the year. First one against East Noble went really, really well for these JV guys. They were able to, I think the final score was like somewhere like 60 to like 20. Like it was a complete blowout against East Noble. So that was good to see. And then we got Bellmont tonight, and they came all the way up from Decatur. Girls were in Decatur last night, and they barely got out with the win. I think final score was 43-36, and they remain undefeated so far this season. But looking forward to tonight.
Yes, sir.
We got Mike Hoppy on the PA announcer. Your starters for Bellmont, number 11, Gavin Kroll. Number 12, Court Fueling.
Number 21, Dylan
Velez.
There you go.
Number 23, Job Hoffman. And number 24, Adrian Ortega. Then starters for your Columbia City Eagles. Number 3, Stratton Fuller. Number 14, Aiden Denning. Number 22, Cam Hogue. Number 30, if you're going in order, number 24, Kelby Crawford. Number 30, Brady Hartman. Now, to imagine that Hogue would be jumping tonight doesn't matter, really. I mean, he went up against 6'7" guy against Tippy Valley, and he nearly won that tip. He can jump through the roof.
Jeez. I would assume he would jump. I've seen him in weights class before playing basketball.
Yeah, kid can move some weight, that's for sure. So it'll be Hogue to jump against Job Hoffman, the 6'4" sophomore for Bellmont. Whistle's blown, ball's up in the air, and it's tip controlled to Bellmont.
He almost got that one, too.
He did. Gavin Kroll coming across the timeline for the first time tonight. Hands it over to Fueling. Fueling into the right corner to Kroll for a three. That's one. It's an air ball.
There you go.
And it's going to be Columbia City possession.
Almost pulled down the rebound.
Yeah, it's just it was a big man down there who was able to knock it away from Crawford, but he was hoping to get it off of Crawford, but it didn't go off of him. Eagles on the other end of the floor now. It's Hartman in the left corner. Rotates it back top the key to Fuller. Right wing now. Denning for a three. Rattles around. No good. Rebound there to the big man, Dylan Velez. And he'll hand it off to the guard, Gavin Kroll. Kroll with 6:27 left in the first quarter. Across the timeline. Down to the left wing to Velez. Velez dribbling around now. Gets down to the left elbow. He's backed out by Crawford. They swing it around to the right side to Kroll. Top the key now, Hoffman. Left wing, Ortega rotating the ball, goes around right side to Kroll, and back up top to Velez. And that pass is picked off by Hartman. Hartman on the other end of the floor and an easy layup. Eagles have a 2-0 lead.
Never saw Hartman coming.
No, he's very quick, very shifty. Eagles applying some full court pressure here, but Bellmont easily breaks that one. On the other end of the court, it's Velez off the blocks, puts up a shot that doesn't go in. Ball gets knocked off of Denning, and it's Bellmont ball. It'll be Ortega to inbound the ball here for the Braves. And he's looking for something and gets it into the left corner to Hoffman. Hoffman down quickly to the box to Velez. And a foul there on the play, and it's going to be on, I believe that's Crawford.
I think that's who they're going to get.
Yeah, it is Crawford. He got hit in the jaw, too. At least that's what it looked like.
He split two defenders. Crawford went to go block the shot and missed the ball.
Velez from the free throw line, sets, fires, and that one rattles in. Second free throw here for Velez. Sets, fires, and that one rattles out, goes into the hands of Hug. He pushes up the floor to Hartman. Hartman's got 1 on 3 right now, and then he'll let the dust settle. Feeds it down to the blocks to Crawford, and then they back it out to Fuller, top of the key. Fuller now gets down to the left elbow, hands it over to Hartman, left corner. Hartman penetrates across the paint, hands it off to Hug. Hug down to the left elbow, feed down to Crawford there on the blocks, and he short-armed it. Rebound to Bellmont there, and they'll let the dust settle and come across the timeline with 5:20 left in the first quarter. Columbia City leads 2-1 over the Braves in this JV game so far. Kroll now cutting across the free throw line. Hands it over to Ortega. Penetrates in the paint. Kicks it out to Fueling. Right wing for three. That's off the mark. Rebound to Crawford. Hands it over to Denning. Denning now. Right wing. Goes down to the blocks. Throws a cross-court pass over to Hartman in the left corner for three. Oh, that doesn't go in. And rebound to the Braves there. They push up the Fueling. Fueling going up the right sideline now. Penetrates into the paint. Puts up a shot. No good.
Good D.
Rebound there for Crawford, and he'll push it up the floor. Fuller now down the right sideline. Right wing now. Dribbling around left elbow. Feeds it down to Crawford, and he hits it off of somebody's shoe. And that'll be a jump ball, and it'll be Columbia City ball. And Tyler Crossan will check into the game for Kobe Crawford. As we've seen that throughout majority of the season here, Jackson, it's just kind of been that 1-2 punch with Crawford and Crossan just subbing in and out.
Yeah. Oh, good pump fake.
Hogue now in the paint, puts up a shot, and that rattles in. And Eagles going to apply a 1-2-2 trap defense. We've seen that the entire year. It's Kroll in the backcourt now for the Braves. Feeds it over to the right side to Velez. Velez feeds it up to Ortega. Oh, left him one down into the paint, and that's an easy layup there for Fueling as he just had an easy backdoor cut there.
You're wide open.
4:04 left in the first quarter. Columbia City leads 4-3. Hogue in the right corner now. Backs it out top of the key to Fuller. Fuller now being trapped. Cross-court pass down to the blocks to Hartman. Feeds it out to Denning, left wing for a three. Front rim, no good. Rebound there to Bellmont, and that's Kroll. Kroll's pushing up the floor now, left wing, and he'll let the dust settle. And back out to the Columbia City logo. Fuller will pick him up. Right wing now, it's Fueling. Fueling now. That ball's knocked away by Fuller, but quickly regained possession by Bellmont. Rotates around left side to Ortega. Ortega now being heavily pressured by Fuller. Into the right corner, that's Kroll. Feeds it down low to the big man. Hoffman missed a shot. Eagles get the rebound. Hartman on the other end of the floor. Down on the left baseline, and they back it out top the key to Denning. And Denning travels.
I thought he was going to take the three there. He had it open for a second.
Yeah, exactly. He had the time, just didn't. Thought that that Bellmont defender was going to close that quicker. So Denning guilty of steps. That's a turnover for the Eagles. And Bellmont now in the backcourt. It's Velez. Feeds it down low. That ball's knocked away by Hogue. Feeds it over to Denning. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Columbia City still leads 4-3. Denning now hands it over to Hogue. Hogue goes down to the blocks. And that's a charge on Hogue.
22.
I believe that's Hogue's first, team's second. Bellmont still doesn't have any fouls on the board.
Yep, one on Hogue and one on Crawford so far.
So Kroll to inbound for the Braves. He gets it in, and they're going to pass their way through this full-court press. Still in the backcourt, though, however. Velez now feeds it down the center of the court. That's picked off by Hartman. Hartman going down the paint, feeds it to cutting Denning on the blocks, and that's a miss there. Bellmont gets the rebound. They push it up the floor, and it's going to be off of number 12 there, Fueling. Columbia City ball.
Belmont just seems really sloppy.
Yeah, sloppy, and then a majority of it's in the backcourt because Columbia City is applying that 1-2-2 trap. And it's putting Bellmont in a world of hurt right now. Eagles now on the other end of the floor, crossing on the blocks, kicks it out top the key to Denning, rotating into the right corner to Hogue for a three. Bingo, there it is.
They went for a double team and left Hogue wide open.
2:18 left in the first quarter. That ball gets knocked away from Bellmont, but it'll still be their ball. Columbia City leads 7-3. It'll be Kroll to inbound for the Braves. And he'll get it into Hoffman, and they'll give it back over to Kroll. Down in the left corner now, that's Ortega for a three. Doesn't go in. Ball gets knocked around, goes into Denning's hands, and Denning's going to push up the floor. Up onto the right baseline, down low, feeds to Crossan. That's off the mark. Crossan gets his own rebound, puts it up again. That doesn't go in. Rebound to the Braves. It'll be Kroll to push up the floor into the left corner now. Feed it down to Fueling, then they'll back it out to Kroll. High left. Back down left corner to Fueling. Dribbling around now. Tries to shake Fuller, and Fuller's going to stay on him. Fueling now, top of the key. Feeds it over to Ortega. Ortega down to the left elbow. Left corner to Kroll. Back iron, no good. Ball gets battered around, and it'll be Columbia City ball. Minute 32 left. Columbia City leads Bellmont 7-3 in this JV game. Sheldon Bledsoe, Jackson Geiger courtside here at Columbia City High School. Fuller bringing it up the right sideline now. Right wing, gets it into the right corner to Hogue. Hogue rotating around the free throw line. Down to a cutting 4 off the blocks, and an easy layup there.
I don't think Belmont's subbed yet. They've kept everybody in so far in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think they have. I don't think they've had anybody come off the bench. Minute 10 left. Columbia City leads 9-3. Cole in the backcourt gets it across the timeline to Ortega on the right wing. And then they'll let the dust settle, hand it over to Velez, and now to Kroll, standing on the Columbia City logo with a minute left. Kroll now right wing over to Ortega for a 3. Rattles around, no good. Rebound to Denning. Denning coming across the half-court stripe over to Hartman. Hartman penetrates, back out to Denning left wing. Denning penetrates right down central, gives it over to Crossan. Crossan on the baseline, kicks it out to Hartman left wing for 3. Oh, that doesn't go in. Rebound to Hogue, and a put back there for Cam Hogue.
There you go, Cam.
30 seconds left. Columbia City over Bellmont, 11-3. And like Jackson said, Bellmont has not made any subs. And what are they going to call here?
Somebody
the whistle?
Oh, he cut his leg.
Calling for blood here. And they'll have a sub. It'll be 34, Ian Vergara checking into the game. As well as number 3, Jordan Haynes.
Right there in that last rebound and put back by Cam Hogue, that was that vertical that you were talking about. He just went up and over, I think he went up and over Job Hoffman right there, grabbed that rebound and put it right back up.
Yeah, just for context, Hoffman is 6'4", 180, so Hogue is jumping through the roof to get that rebound. 13 seconds left, Kroll, down to the right wing to Vergara, down baseline to
Foul on Hogue.
Yeah, to second foul, yep. He's trying to feed it down to Hoffman, Kroll was, and that foul on Hogue. 8 seconds left. Kroll to inbound the ball into the right portion of the basket. Looking for something. And that ball gets knocked away. Goes into Crossan's possession up to Hogue. Hogue to, that's 4. Now right or left wing to Denning. He puts up a shot. That's no good. Ball gets tipped around, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter here at Columbia City High School. Columbia City leading 11-3 in this JV game. And Bellmont did not make their first substitutions until late first quarter.
I'll say they didn't make it till they got called for the blood.
Yeah. And let's see. Zach Bile and Sam Eberly will check into the game to start the second quarter. Talk to you about some underwriters real quick, though. CCHS recognizes and gives a thank you to Western's Garage, helping to print 400 shirts for the student section for home football games this year. Western's Garage on the scoreboard tonight, helping with school spirit. Western's Garage helping Whitley County with car mechanic services on northwest side of Columbia City at North 250 West Road. WJHS Play-by-Play is brought to you in part by ProFed Credit Union, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union has 37,000 ATMs and 12 northern Indiana locations in Columbia City, right next to Walgreens at profedcu.org. Sean Bledsoe, Jackson Geiger, courtside here at Columbia City High School. Huge thank you to Courtney back at the station for getting us on the air. So far in this JV game, it's been all Columbia City. Jackson, they lead 11-3, and really it's just kind of been a defensive domination there for the Eagles so far.
So we haven't had to do much on offense so far. I mean, 11 points first quarter, helped Belmont to only 3.
Yep.
Sitting at 3 fouls, though, but
still really not much to worry about here as the second quarter gets underway. It's Hoffman down off the blocks with a easy layup there for the Braves as they pull their deficit to 6 now. Eberly now in the left corner to Hartman. Down low to the blocks to Crossan, and it's going to be a Bellmont foul on number 23, Job Hoffman. That'll be his first, team's first of the half. And Hartman will inbound it just on the left side of the basket. Throws it into Crossan. Back over to Hartman, left corner 3. He goes baseline, feeds it down low to a cutting Crossan. That ball gets knocked away. Kroll has the ball for the Braves, and there's a foul there on Columbia City. It's going to be on Stratton Fuller. His first, I believe, team's 4th.
Crossan never saw the ball getting passed to him.
Yeah, no, he made that cut, and he kind of didn't expect it because he ran into some heavy traffic. Kroll to inbound for the Braves, gets it into Vergara. And then over to Haynes. Haynes now back over to Vergara, hard right. And a cross-court pass over to the left side. It's now Haynes, top the key, over to the right wing to Kroll. Kroll for a three, and he makes it. I believe that's Bellmont's first three-pointer of the night, Jackson.
Yeah. They've tried a couple others, and they just haven't got anything to fall.
Yep. Fuller now other end of the court. Tries to get down to the free throw line. Doesn't. Gets over to Balto. Cutting crossing on the block. Short on that one. Bellmont gets the rebound. Kroll now pushing up the floor. Top of the key. Hands it over right side to Haynes. 5:55 left in the second quarter. They run it on a weave to Fueling. Fueling back over to Vergara. High right. Vergara being heavily pressured by Eberle. Tries to shake him. Loses control of the ball. And Bellmont gets possession. It's Fueling now. That ball gets knocked away by Eberle. Ball still on the ground. It goes into Hoffman's possession in the paint, and an easy layup there for him.
He's just so tall, nobody can defend him.
Yeah, that, and then he just had a wide open lane. Everybody was hitting the floor for the ball, and just didn't really have much defense there. Bellmont pulls to a 10-11 deficit. Fuller now on the left elbow, kicks it over to the left corner for three for Eberle. That's good.
He had a guy right in his face, too. He just pulled up and took it.
Haynes now feeds it over to Kroll, and Columbia City is going to call off the full court press for now. Kroll now to the right elbow, kicks it out to right wing to Vergara for three. Back iron, no good. Ball goes out on Hoffman there, and Crawford will check back into the game for crossing. With 5 minutes left as Columbia City leads Bellmont 14-10 in this junior varsity game, and Denning will also check into the game. He'll go in for Hartman. And it'll be Columbia City ball. Forward to inbound it to Eberle. Back over to Fuller. Coach Philman barking out orders to his guys as Fuller comes across the timeline. Dribbling right now on the volleyball line. Rotates around left side. Gets a screen from Crawford. Kicks it over left wing to Denning. Back over. Check that. That's Fuller. Feeds it down low to Crawford, and that's knocked away. Still be Columbia City ball. Cam Hogue checks into the game for the Eagles, comes in for Fuller. It's going to be Fuller's first break of the game.
He was all over the place there in the first quarter.
Yeah, he was. We usually don't see him sub out until like late second or early third, as Hogue tries to get a shot in there, and he does. As Columbia City leads 16-10 now, 4:30 left in the second. Kroll going to be picked up by Denning right at the half-court stripe. Feeds it over left side to Fueling. Fueling dribbling around now, top of the key. Gets down left elbow. Hands it over to Haynes. Haynes rotating now, running a weave over to Vergara. Vergara on the right wing. To the right corner, that's Haynes, and it's going to be a blocking foul there on Eberle.
I thought he extended his arm.
Kind of hard to tell from our perspective, but...
Yeah.
As it'll be Bellmont ball off of that Eberle foul. It's the team's fifth. And that's Fueling getting it in. Down into the right corner. That's Fueling for a three. And that's off the mark, and it gets knocked off of one of Belmont's guys, and it'll be Columbia City ball. Eberle to inbound it to Denning. Back over to Eberle with 4:02 left in the second quarter. Dribbling around now high left. Trying to shake Vergara. Gets down to the right corner to Denning. He'll load up a three. That buzz around no good, but they're going to, like you said, it's a travel there on Denning. Pivot foot just probably slipped just a bit. Columbia City's going to bring back that full court pressure. Kroll now in the backcourt, feeds it down middle of the court to Haynes as they get across the midcourt stripe. They'll back it out top of the key to Kroll now. Kroll over to Hoffman on the right wing, feeds it over to Fueling. Fueling will load up a deep three, back iron no good. Rebound to Crawford there. Crawford's going to push it up the floor to Hogue. Hogue 2-on-2 now. Shot off the blocks, it doesn't go in. And rebound goes to Bellmont as Crawford was fighting for that one. Haynes coming up the floor down the left sideline. Feeds it over to Fueling. Fueling now top of the key, tries to make a move on Crawford. He doesn't get it. Right wing now Vergara for a three. That's an air ball. Rebound there to Bile, and Bile will push up the floor to Eberle. Over to the left corner to Hogue, and then it'll rotate it out to the right corner to Denning. Denning now feeds it down low to Crawford. That ball's knocked away from him. Haynes has possession for the Braves. He's pushing up the floor into the left corner. That's Fueling. Fueling now top of the key to Kroll. They flip it over to the right side to Haynes. Haynes dribbling around now back over to Kroll. Kroll looking to get down into the paint, gets down to the left elbow, feeds it over to Haynes. Haynes now top of the key, gets down to the free throw line. He's backed out by Crawford. Down in the left corner for Fueling for a three. That's off the mark. Rebound to Crawford there, and he'll give it over to Eberly. Eberly pushing it up the left sideline now. Tries to feed it down low to Hogue. He does. And that's an easy bucket as that Bellmont defender went to go for it, but wasn't able to get it. Went straight into Hogue's hands and just had a wide open lane there.
We've seen his vertical a lot here in the first half.
We have, yeah. As Columbia City leads 18-10 with 2:15 left in the second quarter. Talk to you about some underwriters real quick. Tonight's game feed is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871. This broadcast is also brought to you by Bart's Car Store, selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne. Sean Bledsoe, Jackson Geiger sitting here courtside tonight here at Columbia City High School for this junior varsity game between Columbia City and Bellmont. Columbia City has an 18-10 lead as Kroll has it in the backcourt for Bellmont. Down to the left side of Fueling, back over to Kroll. And they finally get it across the midcourt stripe. It's Fueling now, being heavily pressured by Hartman and Denning, and there's going to be a foul called. And that's going to be on Hartman as it looked like he had hands on all ball there, but Stripes saw something different there. So Kroll inbounds it to Fueling in the backcourt. Fueling going to be picked up by Hartman down in the right corner to Kroll to a cutting Hoffman on the blocks and made a bunny there.
He's got almost all their points.
I think he does. I think he's got like 8.
I say he's got most of them except for the free throws that were shot.
Yeah. As Sam Ash is checked into the game for the Eagles. Right wing now it's Denning. Denning trying to make a move on his man. Right corner now Hogue for a 3, and he makes that. Blue Hogue is 2 for 2 on the night from beyond the arc. And he just gave Columbia City a 21-12 lead with 1:24 left in the second quarter. Fueling now. Cross-court pass over to Vergara into the front court. Down low to a cutting Haynes, and that ball is knocked away. But it's off of Bellmont. It'll be Columbia City ball. Fuller will check back into the game for the Eagles for Cam Hogue with 1:15 left. And Fuller's going to bring it up the court. Across the Columbia City logo now down to the volleyball line, top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Gets it left wing over to Hartman. He goes baseline, puts a spin move on his man, gets down to the blocks. And Hartman travels.
Man.
So he was double teamed down there on the blocks.
Traveled too many times so far.
And Kroll to inbound it for the Braves with 1 minute left. It's Vergara now on the left side, still in the backcourt. They get it across over to Fueling. Fueling now penetrates into the paint, puts up a shot. Radazarad doesn't go in. And the ball on the body hit the floor, and it's going to be off of Sam Ash there. It'll be Braves ball. Looks like it'll be a Fueling to inbound the ball there for the Braves in the left corner. And he's going to throw it out. Tap the key to Vergara. Vergara now, right wing over to Haynes. Haynes dribbling around, puts a move on Fuller. Hands it over back to Vergara. Penetrates, puts it into the corner.
There you go, Sam.
And Sammy Ash takes a foul there. Well, takes the charge. Foul there on Vergara. It'll be his first team second with 35 seconds left. And Columbia City leads 21-12 here close to the end of the first half. Denning inbounds it to Ash, back over to Denning. He'll come across the logo. So he'll feed it over to Fuller. Fuller now standing on the Columbia City logo. 22 seconds left. Coach Philman barking out orders to his guys, trying to at least get something out of this one last possession before halftime. Fuller now, high right, gets down the elbow, kicks it over right corner to Ash. Ash dribbling around, throws a pass to Denning, top the key. 8 seconds left.
Gotta go.
Denning trying to shake his guy. He's not getting anything out of it. 3 seconds, left corner to Ash. That ball's knocked away. And that's going to be the end of this first half here at Columbia City High School. Columbia City leads 21-12 in this JV contest. And before we talk about that first half, we'll talk to you about some underwriters real quick. Tonight's microphones are from the support of Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, serving locally for 29 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. WJHS in the sports broadcast is brought to you by Culligan Water. For home or business, Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water, online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. Then lastly, tonight's game is brought to you by the attorneys at Myers, Hockemeyer, and McNagny, LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. They're on the line at 260-248-2224 and on the web at whitleylaw.com. In the first half action here at Columbia City High School in the JV game. For those of you that just tuned in, Columbia City leads 21-12. Sean Bledsoe, Jackson Geiger here courtside as we have our 10-minute halftime intermission here. And Jackson, that first half, I mean, like we saw, it was the first quarter. It was mainly all Columbia City, and like I said, we didn't really have to do much on the offensive side of the ball. Didn't have to worry about putting points on the board. Defensively, they just seemed like they were doing a really good job, especially with that full court pressure. But looking forward to the second half, what do you think that Columbia City needs to do to make their lead bigger?
Well, honestly, the way that first half looked, pretty much all offense was pretty much just Cam Hogue, as he's sitting here with 12 points right now in the first half, 12 of our 21 points. When the ball got into his hands, and he'd either drive or he'd just stay out, and he'd just shoot it, and it seemed like he couldn't miss. And then, or we could feed it into. I liked Crawford there in the first half with his matchup with, who was he on? Hoffman?
Hoffman, yeah.
Yeah, him and Job Hoffman there on the inside. I feel like that was a good matchup there inside.
It's a good size match for sure. That's one of the few kind of like size matchups I think Kobe Crawford has really not had a problem with, but just a relatively good matchup just in terms of like good height, good weight, like good body on body battle down there in the paint. But defensively, I mean, Columbia City's just been running that 1-2-2 full court pressure really, really well. They forced a lot of Bellmont turnovers there in the first quarter. Bellmont kind of pulled things back early second quarter, but when it comes to a late game here, late third quarter, fourth quarter, what do you think Bellmont needs to do to get back into the game?
Well, they need to move the ball better and protect the ball better. They were throwing around some bad passes. Didn't see some Columbia City defenders that were standing right there, and it led to a couple easy steals for Columbia City that led to easy layups.
Taking care of the ball in the backcourt's for sure going to have to be the one thing, but then also just scoring offensively. I mean, really, we haven't seen like a true offensive weapon here for the Braves so far. I mean, it's just kind of been a hodgepodge of a little of Kroll, a little Hoffman, and a little of fueling down there in the paint. I think we've only had one three-pointer for Bellmont, and I mean, they just have not really been able to make anything happen both from beyond the arc or in the paint. But do you think that Hoffman's going to be kind of a key contributor here in the second half? Do you think they're going to get him going down there?
If they can get a mismatch, probably, but in the first half, the only time that he could ever score is when he got a mismatch on one of Columbia City's smaller guys. When he was on Stratton Fuller, he was able to do a little bit, or when he was on Aiden Denny, he was able to drive a little bit better. But when we had Crawford down in there on him, or Hartman, he couldn't really do nothing underneath.
Columbia City leads 21-12 here at halftime at Columbia City High School. Talk about some other Columbia City sports. Lady Eagle basketball got the win last night on the road at Bellmont. Final score was 43-36. I believe they held Bellmont to 3 points in the fourth quarter. And Lady Eagles are still undefeated on the season. They improved to 16-0. And I mean, obviously people are talking about the undefeated season, but they have had that mentality of 1-0 each and every game. And just maintaining that mentality so far throughout the season, I think it's just very impressive, Jackson.
I agree. They've looked, I've been to a couple of the games, and they've just looked really good defensively, offensively, the entire way through. Like most teams are either first half or second half team. Columbia City girls is a full game team.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have much size this year. I know I've talked to Sam about this, but Lady Eagles just don't have a ton of size. I mean, they have Molly Baker down underneath, but like when it comes to just being over 6 foot, just don't really have that lineup that some of the bigger schools like Homestead do, or Carmel or Center Grove, like those top-ranked teams in the state. But still, Lady Eagles are ranked, as of yesterday, they were ranked 14th in the 4A class standings, and then they were ranked 22nd overall in the state. So overall, it's been a very impressive season so far for the Lady Eagles. Got Columbia City Wrestling. I know that they had a tournament today. Let's see if I can find those results on Leach's Twitter page.
Yeah, I did know that they had a wrestling.
Yeah,
I don't know where it was at, though.
I have no idea where it was at, but let's see. I have yet to. I've got to find all the. I know girls went to regional a couple days ago. I'm not sure if we qualified as a team and we're heading, or if we just had individuals qualify for state there for the lady wrestlers.
I'm not sure on that one either, actually. Let's see if I can find anything on here.
Here we go. Found the wrestling page. So boys wrestling finished with a third place team finish. Kraus in his weight class finished second. English third. Sanderson got the win. Akers finished second. Maggard got the win. Gorey finished fourth. Park finished third. Geiger finished third. And Clifford got the win. Let's see if I can find those Lady Eagle wrestlers. Team-wise, Columbia City finished third. Top 6 teams advanced to state. Alexis Spalding finished fifth. Jaden Gilbert finished fifth. Lauren Platt second. Vivica Chacon fourth. Felice Molnax did not place. Hannah Maggard sixth. Tabby Barkus fourth. Michaela Crawford sixth. And Haley Thompson fourth. So there's your wrestling update, as it looks like the Lady Eagle wrestlers are heading to state. Boys still have senior night left to go. That is next Wednesday against DeKalb. So for those of you that are tuned in, if you want to come watch some Columbia City wrestling, you can come to senior night next Wednesday night.
Those wrestling meets are pretty intense. I've only ever been to one, and it was pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to one either. I mean, you just hear kind of the stories from Coach Strauss there over at Eagle Tech, but yeah, from what I've heard, it can get intense sometimes, especially with coaches yelling and everything. But got about 3 minutes left in this halftime intermission. Have you heard anything about swim and dive? Have we had anything? I don't think so. Last time I heard, they had a meet during Christmas break, and that got canceled.
So yeah, they were supposed to have a swimming meet during Christmas break, and that got canceled because over half of the swimmers were quarantined.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about swim team getting back in action, but if they do have something coming up relatively soon, good luck to those swimmers. And I mean, Jackson, I know we're both kind of football guys. We kind of both enjoy our football, but Week 18 of NFL is this weekend. You got a lot of playoff drama that's bound to happen. Are you a Colts fan? Please tell me you're a Colts fan.
I'm a Bears fan.
Oh my goodness!
I say there were 2 games on tonight. Chiefs and Broncos are playing right now. Broncos are up 21-17 with 5:50 left in the third quarter.
Wow. Chiefs. I mean, the main thing in the AFC right now is that, you have, I think 5 confirmed teams in there, but then those top 4 or 5 teams are fighting for that first round bye. Pretty much anything can happen. So Chiefs are having their starters, I'd assume, with Patrick Mahomes, and I'm assuming they're trying to get that win tonight for sure to see if they can get that first round bye and home field advantage. Packers already clinching it in the NFC. They have home field advantage all the way through the playoffs.
Yeah, and their head coach announced yesterday that still all their starters were going to play that game.
I was going to say, I don't assume I'm assuming majority of the starters aren't going to play the entire game. I assume you see Rodgers like maybe first half into the third quarter and then put in the backup QB because they already have everything they can want right now. They have the division title. They have first seed. They have that first round bye.
Who did they play tomorrow? Let me see.
But, I mean, unlike my broadcast partner, Sam Bechtold, being my other broadcast partner, being a Buccaneers fan, so that's kind of painful. He claims that he was a Buccaneers fan before Tom Brady, which I believe him, but it's just kind of painful to see him rooting for Tom Brady, especially since he kind of ruined my childhood to begin with. But as halftime coming to an end here at Columbia City High School, stands starting to fill up. We got a student section tonight. What's the theme? Is that camo?
It looks like it's
hunting, something like that. Yeah. But stands aren't as scarce as they were a week ago against Tippy Valley. I mean, it was less people than this for the varsity game,
really,
which was hard to believe. But I mean, because we were back from Christmas break, and you'd assume everyone would be back from vacations and stuff. But it was either that they're just not back from vacations, or quarantines, or something, whatever it may be.
So yeah, stands are looking pretty full.
Yeah,
now, actually.
Yep. Not sure how well Bellmont's going to travel, considering it's an awful drive down to Decatur. I know you guys made that drive for football season.
That's an awful drive.
Yeah, we have to make it for golf season, so that's not going to be a fun drive. But Hogue inbounds the ball into the backcourt to Fuller, and we're underway here. Second half action at Columbia City High School in this JV game. Columbia City leads 21-12. As Fuller's dribbling around in the Columbia City logo into the left corner to Hogue. He'll load up a three as he's been on fire, and that's another one.
He can't miss.
Hogue is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc tonight. He gives Columbia City a 12-point lead. In the backcourt now, it's Vergara. Cross-court pass over to Kroll. Kroll now left wing. That ball gets knocked away by Denning. So he had a very good defensive game last week against Tippy Valley. Feeds it down low to the blocks to Hogue. Puts up a shot that doesn't go in. Rebound to Velez. And he's going to push it up the floor, hand it over to Kroll. Kroll's going to come across the midcourt stripe, down to the right wing to Ortega. Ortega now dribbling around, swings it over left side to Velez, over to Kroll. Kroll will load it up from the left wing, short arm that one. Rebound there to Hartman. He pushed it up the floor to Hogue, and that's going to be Bellmont ball. Coach Film is wanting a touch off of one of the Bellmont defenders. I think he's won that off of Kroll.
Yeah.
But it'll be Bellmont ball. It'll be Kroll to bring it up, throw it up court to Velez, and he'll back it over to Kroll high left. 5:45 left as Bellmont trails by 12 to Columbia City. Kroll now penetrates into the paint, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound to Crawford. And he'll hand it over to Denning. Denning across the midcourt stripe. Dribbling around now, right elbow, feeds it over right wing to Hartman. Hogue now penetrates down left elbow, feeds it down to Crawford, and they back it out left wing to Fuller for a three. Bingo!
I think he's 1 for 1 now. I don't think
he's attempted anything from beyond the arc, and I think it's been 3 or 4 games. I don't think he shot anything from beyond the arc last week against Tippy Valley. Kroll on the other end of the floor, penetrates in the paint, puts up a shot that doesn't go. Fuller now on the other end, goes coast to coast.
He's got speed. We saw it during football season.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it looks like he's a defensive back out there. 4:52 left. Bellmont in the backcourt being trapped by this Eagle 1-2-2 defense. But they get it across the timeline now. Vergara dribbling around top of the key. Left corner now to Ortega. Ortega being heavily pressured by Denning, backed off the play. They'll give it over to Kroll. Kroll down to the left elbow, and there's a foul on the play. And it looks like it's going to be on Hogue.
It's his third.
As Hogue's kind of sort of getting into foul trouble here, early third quarter. So he's got to play a relatively clean game here for the rest of the way in. Bellmont ball, Kroll down to the right elbow, penetrating down to the blocks, puts up a shot off the glass, that doesn't go in. Rebound to Crawford, he'll get up to Fuller. Fuller pushing it up the floor now, left elbow, penetrates into the paint, tries to feed it down low to Hogue. That ball is kicked. Kickball violation on Bellmont, and it'll remain Columbia City ball. With 4:16 left, as Columbia City leads 29-12. Hogue to inbound it, gets it into Hartman, back over left corner. Hogue for another three. Rattles around, doesn't go in. That's his first miss from beyond the arc. There's going to be a foul on the play there, and it's going to be on Aiden Denning. Let's see, is that Denning's?
That's his first.
First. Team's second here in the half. Kroll to inbound it to Vergara. Columbia City with a 1-2-2 trap defense in the backcourt. And they break that. Kroll throws it up court to Vergara, right wing. Fake the three. Dribbling around now. Kick it out top of the key to Kroll. Kroll now back down into the right corner to Vergara. Dribbling around right wing. That ball's knocked away from him by Fuller. Kroll now feeds it down along the baseline to Hoffman. There's a foul on the play.
They had the mismatch underneath that they were looking for.
And Cam Hogue, that's going to be his fourth, team's third. And Eberle's going to check into the game. And I don't think we're going to see Hogue till late game, Jackson.
I highly doubt we'll see him anymore in the third quarter.
Kroll to inbound the ball for the Braves. Throws it up top of the key to Ortega. Gets down to the right elbow. And then they back it out top of the key to Vergara. Vergara dribbling around, shakes Eberle, penetrates into the paint, puts up a circus shot. That doesn't go in. Ball gets knocked away into Bellmont's possession. That's Ortega. And he'll back it out to Kroll and let the dust settle and set up an offensive play here. Kroll penetrates, and there's a foul there on Fuller.
It's Fuller's second.
Team's fourth with 3:26 left in the third quarter. Columbia City still leads Bellmont 29-12. Vergara here under the left portion of the basket. Left corner now to Ortega. He'll load up a three. Back iron, no good. Ball gets knocked out off of Bellmont's hands, and it'll be Columbia City ball.
Good defensive possession there by Columbia City.
Fuller now coming up the midcourt stripe. Left wing now, left corner into Hartman. Hartman double team down there. Rotated around to the right side. Back down to a cut. Hartman. Little alley-oop layup there for Brady Hartman. Yeah. Columbia City leads 31-12. 3 minutes left. Kroll still trapped in the backcourt. That ball gets knocked away by Hartman and sends bottles flying there on the scores table. It'll remain Bellmont ball. Kroll to inbound it here. Into the backcourt to Ortega. He's going to be picked up by Denning. They get it into the front court to Kroll. High right. Kroll down into the right corner to Vergara. Dribbling around now. He's got Fuller on him. Then he rotates around to the top of the key. Gets down to the left elbow. Kicks it out top of the key to Ortega. Ortega tries to penetrate. Backed out by Denning. Oh, they try to feed a pass down right to him. Picked off by Crawford. Crawford trying to go coast to coast. He doesn't get it, but Brady Hartman with the putback there. And that'll force Bellmont to call a timeout as Columbia City leads 33-12 with 2:23 left in the third quarter. Talked about some underwriters real quick. Known for bowling celebrations and parties, as well as their famous fried fish. Thank you to Main Bowl in Columbia City, and now only at Main Bowl when the Eagles win at home. There is free bowling for students after the game with your school ID. Main Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main Street. WJHS Sports are also brought to you by the special occasions made at T&T Floral Shop. For weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and love gifts, delivery and pickup is available. More ideas can be seen on T&T Floral Shop's Facebook and Instagram page. And then lastly, tonight's game is brought to you by the family of Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, clean up, and bulk items are picked up as well. Since 1986, Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services.
Man, Bellmont does not sub much at all.
No, they have not made many. I don't think they've made a substitution yet so far in the second half. We didn't see their first substitution until about a minute left in the first half, and that was due to blood.
Yeah. I don't know if their
bench isn't that deep or
what. It's gotta be something. I don't know.
Belmont inbounds the ball. It's quickly picked off by Fuller, who puts up a shot that doesn't go in. Kroll gets the rebound. He's pushing up the left sideline down to the paint. Foul on the play there, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Eberle. They're going to say that it was on the floor. But that is Eberle's.
That's his second time trying to take a charge, and they've called a block.
Yeah. And it's going to be team's fifth. And Jordan Haynes will check back into the game for the Braves. So that's their first substitution. I believe that's Kroll's first exit of the game.
Yeah, it is. They've been going to him a lot today, and Fuller's been all over him all game long.
Yeah. Haynes to inbound the ball, gets it into the big man Velez off the blocks, and he makes a shot there.
Denning lost him.
Fuller on the other end, forward left wing now. Hartman for a three. Bingo, there it is. Brady Hartman finally making something from beyond the arc. So he's gone a bit cold the past couple of games. Good to see him getting it going again. Ortega now in the backcourt. That pass is nearly picked off by the aforementioned Hartman. Left corner now, that is Haynes. Haynes feeds over to Vergara, penetrates down the free throw line, and that's a charge. And finally, Eberly gets that call. That's twice now that he hasn't gotten it, and then he gets the third one. As Zach Bile checks into the game for Kobe Crawford. Fuller's going to bring it up the floor. The minute 45 left in the third quarter, dribbling around high right. Feeds it over to Eberly. Eberly down to the right elbow. Feeds it over to Denning, who penetrates down the free throw line. Kicks it out to Fuller. Cross-court pass is picked off there by Velez, and Velez is going to push it up the floor to, that was Hoffman, who puts up a shot off the mark. Other end of the floor now, it's Hartman. Bile now, right corner, top of the key now. Denning, he'll load up a three. Bang, there it is.
Finally makes it. He shot 3 other ones and missed all 3.
Columbia City leading 39-14 now. Columbia City bringing some full court pressure. Pass is nearly picked off by Denning. Foul there. They're going to call that on the floor as Velez penetrated into the paint. As Eberly picks up his third, team's 6th. And Kaufman's going to check into the game for Fuller. And Sam Ash is going to check in.
What's going on? Started early?
Refs weren't on the same page there. As Ash is going to check in for Hartman with 1:06 left. Haynes to inbound the ball for the Braves here on the left part of the basket. Throws it out. Top of the key to Ortega. And backs out high left now. Rotates around top of the key. Hands it over to Haynes. Haynes puts his mid move on Kaufman. That pass is picked off. Kaufman on the other end of the floor. Goes for a layup. Doesn't go in. Ash gets the rebound. Puts it up off the glass. Doesn't go in. Kaufman gets that rebound. And he makes a bunny.
Bellmont could not rebound the ball.
As Ortega has it in the backcourt for the Braves here with 37 seconds left. They get it across the timeline to Haynes. Haynes hands it over to Velez, and now Vergara. He'll dribble around on the Columbia City logo. Down to the left wing to Haynes. Fakes the 3. Top of the key, now it's Velez. Now right wing over to Ortega. He'll load up a deep 3. And that's off the mark, and then there'll be a foul on the play. And it's going to be on Bellmont as Julius Miller, the 6'3" junior, makes his first appearance into the game.
That foul just a minute ago. Vela just threw. Let's see, who was it? Eberly. He just pretty much just grabbed Eberly and tossed him to the floor.
16 seconds left. Columbia City leads over Bellmont 41-14 in this JV game. Bile to inbound it to Denning in the backcourt. Things just going to slow things down. Hold it for 1 here. Gets across the timeline with 10 seconds left. Dribbling around now, getting some pressure, gets down to the left elbow, kicks it into the left baseline to Kaufman, cross-court pass over to Ash. He'll up a 3 from the right wing. Bang! There it is.
There you go, Sammy.
And Ash puts the exclamation point on the third quarter here as Columbia City has a 30-point lead heading into the fourth quarter.
That was Ash's first shot of the game.
Yep. Talk to you about some underwriters real quick. CCHS recognizes and gives a thank you to Western's Garage for helping print over 400 T-shirts for the student section for home football games this season. Western's Garage is on the scoreboard tonight helping with school spirit. They also help Whitley County with car mechanic services on the northwest side of Columbia City at North 250 West Road. WJHS play-by-play is also brought to you in part by Perfect Credit Union, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. Perfect Credit Union has 37,000 ATMs and 12 northern Indiana locations in Columbia City, right next to Walgreens at profedcu.org. Tonight's game feed is also brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871. Sean Bledsoe, Jackson Geiger here, courtside at Columbia City High School for this junior varsity game as Columbia City leads 44-14. Huge thank you to Courtney back at the station for getting us on the air. For those of you that are tuned in, be sure to stay tuned in for the varsity game. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry on the call for that one. But we have fourth quarter action underway here as Fueling for the Braves penetrates, kicks it over to the left wing, and that's Vergara for a 3. And Bellmont now trails 17-44. 6:39 left in the fourth quarter. In the left corner, it's Ash, feeds it down low to the blocks to Crossan, and Crossan steps out of bounds. Fueling to inbound the ball for the Braves. Columbia City still bringing a 1-2-2 trap, even with a 27-point lead here.
Bellmont has been do anything against the trap.
No, they have not. They haven't even applied some full court pressure. They haven't done a single thing in the backcourt. Ash with the steal there. He's going to go coast to coast off the glass and in.
You got 5 points now. It's 2 for 2 from the floor.
Fueling now in the backcourt over to Vergara. Back to the middle of the floor to Ortega. Up the left side to Fueling. Fueling penetrates into the paint, and he travels. Turnover Bellmont. With 6 minutes left, Columbia City leading 46-17. As Kaufman inbounds the ball to Ash, and Ash is going to bring it up the floor. Gets across the midcourt stripe, down to the right side. He falls down, and they're going to call that a travel. As Ash believes he was still dribbling when he hit the floor. And it's going to be Bellmont ball. Fueling into the big man Hoffman in the paint, and he's fouled.
And you're going to get Ash on a block.
And who's that foul going to be on? Crossan with the foul there. Hoffman's going to make a trip to the free throw line. That's Crossan's
first. He hasn't had much today.
No.
He hasn't scored. I mean, that's his first foul.
It's the team's 7th. As Hoffman sets, fires, back iron, no good.
There hasn't been a lot of negatives to today's game, just a lot of Columbia City fouls.
Yeah, that's kind of really only been the downside. I'm not sure if that's just them playing really physical or if it's just the way that the refs see the game being played. 5:50 left in the fourth, as Columbia City now leads 46-18 over Bellmont in this JV game. Kaufman now gets down to the free throw line, kicks it out to the left corner to Eberle, feed it down low to Crossan, and that ball is knocked away. And it's going to remain Columbia City ball.
And Bellmont's got some big boys.
They do. It's just they've not been able to get anything done down low. It's kind of been Crawford and Crossan running the game down there. As Ash now penetrates in the paint, feeds it back down to Crossan. That shot is blocked by Bellmont. Ball hits the floor, and Columbia City regains possession, and back down to Crossan. And Columbia City with a 40-point lead. No, check that, 30-point lead, sorry. Bellmont in the backcourt now. It's Fueling, gets across the timeline. He's going to be picked up by Kaufman. Fueling dribbling around top of the key now. Swings it over right side to Vergara. Vergara gets down to the free throw line, puts a spin move on Kaufman. Check that, kick it out left wing for a three. That's no good. Rebound Columbia City, and Ash throws that ball away as he thought he had a man. But he didn't. Jordan Haynes going to check back into the game for Adrian Ortega.
So the only guys Belmonts are really subbing is the same guys in.
Yeah, and Krull hasn't even seen any action in the fourth quarter.
No.
Belmont on the other end of the floor. It's Vergara on the right wing. He's going to get down to the free throw line. He's going to be shoved off the play by Ash. Kicked into the left corner to Haynes, and he makes that three.
Wide open. Columbia City went on double team.
Kaufman into the front court. Feeds it down low to Crossan on the blocks. That shot is blocked. Crossan now. Kick it back out right wing to Kaufman. Kaufman tap the key to Eberle. They swing it over left side to Bile. Bile back over to Kaufman, high right. Down to the right corner to Eberle. Feed it down low to Crossan on the right block. To a cutting Eberle. Back over to Ash in the left corner. Top the key now. Bile pump fakes the three. Makes a move into the paint. Feeds it down low to Crossan. Crossan makes the save, but it goes straight into Belmont's possession. So he went flying into the bleachers. Belmont on the other end of the floor. That's Hoffman. And he puts up a shot, and that's a blocking foul there. And Hoffman's going to make a trip to the free throw line. That's Eberle's fourth?
That's Eberle's fourth. We got Eberle and Hogue both with fourth. Hogue hasn't seen any time
since about the 4-minute mark in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Hoffman sets fires from the free throw line, doesn't go in. As Coach Hill is going to pull Coach Eberle aside here. on the near sideline to talk things over with him. So Hoffman has the ball here for his second free throw.
Looks like Eberly's going to stay in the game here.
Yep.
There you go, Ash.
Hoffman's free throw, back iron, no good. Ash gets the rebound. Left corner now, Eberly. Down low to a cutting cross and out the blocks. Short arms that one. Just didn't have enough power there. Vergara gets the rebound, feeds it over to Fueling. Fueling, top of the key, down to the free throw line, into the paint. Elbows Ash off the play. Creates separation and makes that shot.
I think Ash wanted to charge there.
Yeah. 3:33 left in the fourth quarter. Columbia City leads 48-23. Eberly high left. Feeds it over to Kaufman. Kaufman high right now. Gets down right wing. Feeds it over to Ash. Ash across the paint, and that ball's knocked away by Fueling for Bellmont, and it'll be Columbia City ball.
I don't know if Fuelings came off the court.
No, I don't think he has in the second half. Eberly to inbound it here for the Eagles. Gets it into Bile. Back over, high left to Eberly. Going to be picked up by Vergara. Vergara playing some tough defense here on Eberly. Eberly into the paint, kicks it out right corner to Ash for three. That's an air ball, too strong. And it'll be out on Crossan there, Bellmont ball.
Good shot by Ash, had it wide open, just too strong.
Yep. Fueling to come across the timeline yet again. Top of the key, he's going to be picked up by Ash. Turns to his left, hands it over to Haynes. Haynes rotates around the floor to the right wing, down all the way into the right corner. Over to Vergara now, top of the key. They swing it over left side to Fueling. Fueling down to the free throw line, penetrates in the paint. That shot's blocked by Ash. He regains possession, and they're going to call that a jump ball between Fueling and Ash. And it's going to be Columbia City ball.
Wait. Yep.
As we'll see Strickler check into the game for the first time. A 6-foot sophomore for the Braves.
First new guy to come in.
Yep. Bile into the front court now for the Eagles. 2:45 left. Cross-court pass over to Ash. Ash now high left in the left corner to Eberly. Eberly down low to Crossan. Crossan makes a move. Kicks it out top of the key. Kaufman back down to Bile on the blocks. Cross-court pass over to Ash for a three.
He's 3 for 4 from the floor. 2 for 3 from 3.
As Columbia City leads 51-23 here. 2:19 left in the fourth. As they have commanded this game since the very first quarter. Vergara now on the blocks for the Braves. That ball is taken away by Bile. Bile's got a 2-on-1 here. Puts up a shot. The glass doesn't go in. Ball hits the floor, so do a couple bodies. Hoffman regains possession for the Braves. Feeds it up to Fueling. And an easy layup there for the Braves. Kaufman now down to the free throw line to the right elbow. Over to Ash in the right corner. That rattles around. Doesn't go in. That was halfway down. Minute 45 left. Fueling across the timeline into the paint. Fade away there, and that doesn't go in, but it's going to be an Eagle foul.
Get one on Kaufman. I got his elbow when he was shooting.
They're going to call that on the floor in the shooting motion. Fink in the shooting motion. Fueling from the free throw line. Sets, fires, and that one rattles in.
Bellmont hasn't shot extremely well from the free throw line.
No, they haven't.
I think that was only their second make instead of third trip to the line.
Fueling sets, fires, and he makes that one.
Because, Hoffman with the line went 0 for 2.
Yep. Ash now high left for the Eagles with a minute 35 left, and it looks like they're pretty much just going to pass the ball around and burn some clock here. Kaufman now high right. Dribbling around, gets down to the free throw line. Left corner over to Ash. Ash will load up a three. Back iron, no good. Ball gets knocked away, and Kaufman's going to get that ball. Throws it down to the right wing to Eberly. Eberly now down to the baseline to Crossan. Crossan picks up his dribble down to a cutting Bile off the blocks. And Columbia City leads 53-27 now with 60 seconds left in the game.
Nobody down on the block to stop him.
Fueling across the Columbia City logo into the front court. Left wing, Vergara. Back into the left corner to Fueling. He'll load up a three from downtown. Short. Rebound to Ash. Pushes up the floor to Kaufman. Kaufman gets over to Bile. Bile left wing. Back over to Kaufman. Left corner. And then back over to Bile as they're playing catch for a bit. Bile drives down to the blocks. And that one rattles in. As Columbia City now leads 55-27 with 23 seconds left, and Fueling Going to throw it down to the free throw line to Hoffman. Hoffman back over to Fewing, and a layup there. 14 seconds left. Bile to inbound. It gets it into Kaufman, and
now they're going to press.
Yeah, exactly.
Game now with 10 seconds left. Press.
And Everly's going to hold it high left here. 4 seconds left, 3 seconds left, and Everly's just going to dribble it out here.
There you go.
End of the game here at Columbia City High School. Columbia City Junior Varsity boys get the win with the final score of 55-29, as teams will exchange pleasantries here. And we'll see the appearance of our Varsity Eagles here soon for the varsity contest, and Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry will be on the call for that one. But, I mean, like you said, late fourth quarter, Jackson, there wasn't really much there for the Eagles besides just a couple guys getting into foul trouble.
Say we had Everly with 4 fouls, Hogue with 4 fouls, and besides that, Stratton Fuller had 2. Besides that, we only had a couple more guys with 1 foul. Kaufman with 1, Denning with 1, Crossan with 1, Crawford with 1, and Hartman with 1.
As we didn't say Hogue checked back into the game, or Stratton Fuller once they subbed out mid-third quarter.
Say Hogue picked up his 4th foul there early to mid-third quarter, and since after that we didn't see him. He ended with 12 points, all 12 points he had in the first half.
So Columbia City gets the win there in the junior varsity game, 55-29. Not sure how the freshman game went. No, Coach Thompson was watching that one as the Braves take the floor here for the second conference game of the season, and very first conference game for the Varsity Eagles went very well down at the Big Blue Pit at East Noble as they pulled out a win there. The final score was like 82-76. This is the first time that the Eagles scored over 80 points since 2012.
Really?
That was the official stat there, as Andrew Hedrick dropped 36 that night, and he is appearing on the floor tonight, and he's got an ankle brace on that right ankle. We saw him injure it last week against Tippy Valley. He took a nasty spill in the second quarter. But Hedrick's back out on the floor. This is the second game back for Mason Baker.
Oh yeah, he came back last week against Tippy Valley, didn't
he didn't get the normal playing time that he did. He started, but he didn't get the normal playing time that he usually does. Just slowly getting back from that injury. But Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry will have the varsity game coming your way in about 13-15 minutes. We'll thank our underwriters one last time. Western's Garage, Club Fed Credit Union, Morse's Builders Mart, Bart's Car Store, Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, Colgan Wire, Myers Hockemeyer McNaghy LLP, Main Bowl, TNT Floral Shop, and Sweetheimer Trash Removal. But for my broadcast partner, Jackson Geiger, this is Sean Bledsoe saying so long for Columbia City High School. Make sure to tune back in about 10 to 15 minutes for the varsity game with Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry.
Boy, if this could match the intensity of the girls' game between these two schools last night, that would be something. But we have Bellmont and Columbia City. Bellmont coming in at 6-4. They're 0-1 in the conference with a 8-point loss to New Haven. Columbia City, of course, 1-0 after that wild 86-72 win over East Noble. Jeez, last thing I'd ever thought I'd seen out of an East Noble squad. So what's the scouting report? I know you've talked to part of the coaching staff, so what do we have, Matt?
Daniel said they're pretty solid all around. If he had to pick somebody, number 5 is probably their I guess, all-around best player.
Wellman?
Yeah. Outside of that, they're just kind of solid. He said that he's seen games where, they've stayed in a 1-3-1 zone and packed it in the entire game. And they played some man, they played some 2-3. So, they don't really have a rhyme or reason. It doesn't seem like they're not running something the same all the time. It's different. So they're not particularly sure what to expect. So they've kind of just prepared for anything.
Well, you got a little bit of a Columbia City flavor with Coach Filling there, obviously.
Yeah, I asked Daniel.
Coach Benedict.
I asked Daniel if he, is still on the Benedict kind of stuff, and he said, he still runs that Kansas, the back door. He runs a few plays, but it's more of a, it's been 1-3-1 as their base defense, is what it seemed like. So, there's still flashes of of the Benedict era, but it seems like it's more of his own flavor. So.
Well, the flag is down out of the ceiling, and we're ready to have the national anthem. The band's still on hiatus.
Yeah.
They're not playing any other games.
Because of COVID? I heard that.
They have a limit.
Please refrain from using any tobacco products.
Huh. I've heard both.
During this contest. At this time, will everyone please stand? Face the flag. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, the national anthem here at Columbia City High School tonight. Bellmont and Columbia City.
And now, let's meet the Bellmont Braves.
And the Braves look like this. Andrew James wears number 2, a 6-foot sophomore guard. Number 4, Jake Schumann, 6'1" sophomore guard. Number 5, Isaiah Wellman, a senior guard. He's 5'8". Number 10, DJ Kitson, a junior at forward. He's 6'2". And number 22, John Ullman, who I think gave us some problems last year. Wears 22, a 6-foot senior. So again, I guess that's Scheiman. I better get that correct. So again, James, Scheiman, Wellman, Kitson, and Ullman, and John Filling, who was a longtime assistant at Columbia City in his 5th year at Bellmont, 53 and 53.
And now let's meet the non-starters for you.
And the non-starters coming for the Eagles. Referees on the floor. Steve Godfrey, Joe Rondo, and Cam Bell. Joe Rondo had the last game at the old building in February of 2020 when Concordia and Columbia City got together for the final time at 600 North Whitley. So a little bit, he actually signed our game sheet, which I can't find now.
Oh, come on, Chief.
I got the girls' one done, but the boys' one's missing somewhere. But at any rate, he may have the last girls' game too. At any rate. So the Eagle starters, they got the video going here. It looks like Mason Baker, Seth Mills, Jackson Crawford, and Andrew Hedrick, and Elias Spellman back in the lineup. So hopefully he can have a bounce-back game, and the Eagles in general after a 47-41 loss to Northwood the other night. A lot of unforced turnovers late in that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping Spellman can get his shot going back again.
Hopefully Crawford, has a better game. He struggled to finish a little bit.
Yeah.
Last couple games, really.
Yeah.
Anticipating contact and whatnot. Sometimes it doesn't come and you're out in no man's land, or in his case, you're up in the air.
Right.
So, they're showing the highlights. We got a little bit of a student section back tonight.
Yeah.
Band not here tonight. So, we're still going over. Beautiful video board for those of you who have never been here. So, Mason Baker.
Number 4, Seth Mills.
Seth Mills.
Number 5, Jackson Crawford.
And there's Jackson Crawford, the senior. Hedrick, a junior, and Spellman. So we got 4 seniors and a junior on the floor. Matt Chouse in season number 2 here.
Mr. Steve Godfrey, Mr. Cameron Bell, and Mr. Joe Rondo.
Well, Hoppy sounds fired up on the PA tonight, doesn't he?
He is. He's fired up.
No, Mr. Leach has the band dates for us. Outstanding. So they will be here again. Outstanding.
Always good to have him here.
Yeah, it is. Thank you, Mr. Leach. Hope you're getting well at home.
Now that I'm not a player, I like it when they're here. When I was a player, I wanted my music played.
That's right. So Spellman at jump center. Joe Rondo has the basketball, and looks like DJ Kitson standing in for Bellmont. And the tap is controlled by Columbia City as we are underway. JV won tonight, 55-29. C-team lost a heartbreaker, 23-22, and a little bit of a interesting ending, shall we say. So there's Andrew Hedrick into the paint, shoves it off. Mills up three. Short arm that, loose ball, batted around. We got a scramble. And we have a jump ball eventually as Baker's tied up with 3 Braves.
Good job of Seth to follow the shot there and make it hard for them to not just grab it.
Yep. So alternating possession gives it to the Braves, dressed in their navy blue and scarlet, white trim. Columbia City, of course, the home whites. The old gold numerals, the maroon trim. And in the backcourt, here they come. Scheinman flips it over for James. To Wellman and back to James and back to Scheinman, and here we go. They set it up. Wellman and Kitson down on the right side now for James. James outside the arc. There's a cutting Allman. They don't find him. He caused us problems last year. Meanwhile, he drives the bucket. A strong layup off the glass by Wellman. No good. And Columbia City back quickly. Baker kicks in the corner. Mills doesn't shoot the three. Drives instead. Wild shot. Got the roll. Holy smokes, what a move.
Really good move by
2-0
Seth there. I like it after missing the three.
Yeah, and got the roll.
Yeah. Shooter's touch.
2-0 Eagles. Good crowd on hand tonight.
Yeah.
And back up top, Scheinman forward of the Braves. Backed off the play, Wellman. Wide in the right corner. They shut off Allman, but he elevates, gets it blocked. And that's off of Columbia City into the Columbia City bench. Right with us tonight on WJHS. Sean Bledsoe helping out with stats. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry. Courtney at the station. And others involved on the broadcast tonight. 2-0 Columbia City. Here come the Braves. Trailing the Eagles by 2. James over in the corner now, left side Wellman. Up the wing, Allman. Allman works against Crawford. Now James, check that, Wellman. In and out, no good. A long three. Wow. That was quite a roll. Spellman back quickly. Spellman all the way in. Jump stop. Throws it to Baker out in the left corner. 2 minutes gone. Now Spellman loads it up. Off the mark. Wide left. And here come the Braves to the front court quickly. Up the left side, Scheinman into the corner. Cut off by Hedrick. And back up top, James. James works against Mills. Now a cutter into the paint. Wellman throws it off the corner. Three by Scheinman. Air ball. That sends Coach Filling looking to the heavens on that one. And Baker out of control. Lost the handle. Got it batted out of bounds. Well, that was like a good volleyball set there, wasn't it? Just tap it back and forth. No. Well, hey, Sean Bledsoe, our volleyball expert on hand here. They pitch it into Spellman in the paint.
Easy.
Bingo.
Easy. There we go.
Little 5-footer makes it 4-0 with 2.5 gone.
On the board already. That's good for him.
Yeah, and he was scoreless last game.
Man, he'll be all right.
So the Braves. Left side, Wellman. Wellman into the corner. They lose the handle, and that's a turnover.
Whew. They seem a little, I don't know, discombobulated.
Yep. You like that word?
Good old T-Bird word there.
A song after that.
Discombobulated? Yeah.
Really? All right.
In parentheses, T-Bird.
Oh, my. You guys are having fun with my elaborate vocabulary there.
Love it.
All right, into the paint and elevating. Andrew Hedrick. No good. Boy, we've seen some unkind rolls tonight. 4-0. Back to the front court, Bellmont. And Scheinman into the paint. No further play. Columbia City foul.
Number 3.
Baker gets the foul.
Allegedly.
You got him bringing us water tonight?
Yes.
Outstanding. I'm parched. Too many hot dogs to the Nook. Here's a three up top. Scheinman there off the mark. And Baker lead pass into the front court. Overthrows Hedrick into the Bellmont bench. A little bit of a slow start to this one here.
It almost looked like Andrew tried to jump and he just couldn't, like he lost his footing or something.
Might have. Of course, that ankle's probably heavily taped from last game. So they put token pressure on the Braves. Do the Eagles. Scheinman into the front court. Flips it off to Wellman. He works high right. Now flashing up is Kitson. Now a fadeaway. Allman has him on the board. They're off to Schneid. Allman gave us problems last year, and he's got the first 2 Brave points tonight. 4-2 with 4:15 to go in the first. Mills. And Crawford from the elbow. A little strong. That's usually his spot.
Yeah, it is.
And Bellmont back quickly into the front court. Kitson. And on the drive. And they get a ricochet. And they get a 3. It's an air ball. That's going to be a foul on Crawford. No, a travel.
He didn't even have his arm. He had the ball there. So if anything, that was going to be a jump.
So good D by Crawford. Quiet crowd so far.
Nothing to get too excited about yet.
Nope. We need a little bit of last night.
Yeah.
That was a Donnybrook between the Late Eagles and what do we have here? Here's the illegal screen on Crawford.
Columbia City foul. The 5, Jackson Crawford.
So player control foul gives it back to Bellmont. Turnover Eagles. 3:49. We've only got 6 points on the board. As Columbia City looking to go 2-0 in the NE8. Bellmont looking to go 1-1 as they drop their opener to New Haven. Ooh, almost stolen by Crawford. Into the paint. Now they pitch it out 3. James, and he scores.
3 for Andrew James.
So it's 5-4 Bellmont, their first lead of the night with 3.5 to go in the first. Mills over for Baker. Up top, Andrew Hedrick. Andrew penetrates. Elbows his man off.
No.
Fires back iron, no good. Loose ball, Mills.
Nice
Had
job,
it knocked
Steph.
away, but good job to corral that.
Yeah, it was.
No further play. There's a hand check coming on James.
Number 2, Andrew James is fouled. And the legal line, number 15, Rhett Wilson.
Rhett Wilson in for Jackson Crawford. So up top, they throw it in. Mills, a high pass, he flags it down. And Mills all the way to the bucket. Gets sidestepped, and it ends up to be an Eagle turnover.
It's a lot of...
And a 3 off the mark, no good by Scheinman. A loose ball, Baker up the floor. Baker up the left side, goes all the way.
Yep.
Scores. Boy. Oh, foul.
Whoa. The ball was in the basket.
Well,
he was he was completely under the basket. You gotta be kidding me.
no shot. Player control foul. 2 on Baker.
Number 20, Alex Hedrick. And returning number 5, Jackson Crawford.
So, player control foul gives it back to Bellmont.
Man, the ball was through the hoop before he even caught the foul.
Which, I guess that would make it a make.
You would make it, and it would be a foul after.
Yeah.
Typically is how that works.
There's Ullman over in the corner now for James. And Ullman up top again, thank you. And over in the corner, who's over there? It's going to be Scheinman. Wide right, Ullman. And Kitson. And up top, Wellman. Wellman off the glass, no. And rebound, Andrew Hedrick. And Mills, he got stuffed. And foul on Columbia City.
Boy, that was some kind of pass by Andrew.
So, Mills picks up the 4th team foul for Columbia City. It's kind of been a sluggish game all the way around here.
Yeah.
Not much fluidity to this game.
Not yet.
So here come the Braves. Wellman. And they put on the floor. Score! It's going to be James. 7-4 Bellmont. And Alex Hedrick into the game. Touches it. Gives it to Mills. Back to Hedrick. Down low. They go for Crawford. That ball thrown away.
Goodness gracious.
So back to the front court comes Wellman. High left Scheinman. And Ullman. And Scheinman again. Loops it over in the corner. Wellman. Ullman. On the right side, left side, check that. And they shoot a long 3. That's off the mark. No good by Wellman.
Good block out by Rhett.
And here comes Mills to the front court for Columbia City. Andrew Hedrick drives. He's in trouble now. Throws a pass to brother Andrew. Andrew in trouble. Flips it out to Mills somehow. And Wilson on the drive. He's in trouble. Throws it out to Mills. Right now, things just a little chaotic. Andrew Hedrick hands to Wilson. Wilson across to Mills in the corner. Mills puts it on the floor. He's in trouble. Throws to Andrew Hedrick in tight quarters. 38 seconds and off the mark. No good.
It's a lot of contact.
And Andrew elbowed him off, too.
He did. I mean, there's a lot of contact.
So back to the front court. Bellmont 7, Columbia City 4. 24 seconds to go in the first period. As this has gone by fast, not much has happened. And Wellman into the corner now for James. James left handle. Mills going to get a foul. It's team foul 5 on the Eagles.
That's Mills' second. 5 fouls to 1.
And Mills got warned by the referee.
Returning for the Eagles, number 24, Elias Spellman.
So Spellman back in for Mills. 6 seconds for Bellmont. Here they come. Scheinman up top, and Wellman turn around the paint. Scores! Basket counts.
2 by Isaiah Wellman.
9-4. And Andrew James with 5. Scheinman with 2. No, Simon doesn't have any. Wellman has 2. And Ullman has 2. I guess that makes 9. And Columbia City, 2 for Mills and 2 for Spellman, and that's all she wrote. 3 Columbia City turnovers, 2 for Bellmont. So, quiet first quarter, Matt.
Yeah.
Coach Schaus doesn't look none too happy in the huddle.
No, and he shouldn't be. I mean, we're not particularly taking great shots. We're spacing hasn't been very good. They don't have anybody over 6 foot. I don't believe that's playing. 10, 6'2". That's it.
Yeah.
So Jackson should be able, or even Spellman should be able to go down the post and have their way. So yeah, they got to find Jackson's working hard down there to get open. They got to get him the ball.
Quick underwriters, we'll just mention a couple real quick. We'll get to them in their entirety later. Western's Garage, ProFed Credit Union, Morrison's Builders Mart, and Bart's Car Store. So Columbia City begins the second quarter. And Jackson Crawford with it. Columbia City trails Bellmont by 5. Rhett Wilson up top. Left side, Andrew Hedrick. Andrew drives. Score! Boy. Hit the deck hard, but on the board, now what? Oh, Bellmont player came up a little lame. Grabbing his hamstring a little bit.
Who was that? James.
James, yep. And here comes Bellmont again. The aforementioned James flips it off to Wellman. Wellman high right. Bellmont 9, Columbia City 6. James cross the key underneath to Ullman. Scores. Nice move, Ullman.
2 for John Ullman.
And did we just throw that away?
I was looking down. Apparently.
That went into the bench.
I think it looks like he threw it to Alex Hedrick, and he was just running down the floor, I guess.
And here they go into the paint. Travel.
That's good. They gave it back to us.
Yep. 3 turnovers for Bellmont. A slow start for the Eagles.
Yeah.
So Andrew Hedrick to the midcourt stripe. Looks like this place on fire, guys. It's starting rolling here. Wilson up top, left side Andrew Hedrick. Outside the arc. Andrew, still with the dribble. Cross court Alex, into the corner. Wilson a 3.
Yeah,
score! Rattled it in. 11-9.
There we go.
Rhett Wilson. A rare shot for Rhett.
Yeah, I like it.
I hope he shoots more.
He can shoot those threes.
11-9, minute 20 going here in a second. Bellmont by a bucket. And backed off the play is Bellmont. And across to Ullman. Nice pass underneath, but nice job of the Columbia City D to flush Simon out of the paint. And Wellman up top. Into the corner, James. James out of the right corner, working on the arc. Crawford out there to cause problems. And James. Almost picked by Wilson. They get it to Wellman off on the right side. He penetrates, travel again.
Yeah. Looking for the contact, and we're just kind of staying out of the way.
Nice sportsmanship by Crawford there, helping him up. And they patted each other on the back.
Got to take advantage here.
Yep. 11-9.
Got to get a bucket.
Here comes Spellman around the top on a weave. There comes Wilson, lost the handle. Got it back at the 10-second line. Wilson shoves it off to Andrew Hedrick on the right side. Andrew gets a step.
Oh, boy.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Way out the score.
30 seconds.
Just left him in the dust.
Tied it at 11. Timeout, Columbia City.
Attaboy.
So, some underwriters tonight. Western's Garage. They help print 400 shirts for student section football games. They also, on the scoreboard tonight, helping the school spirit. Western's Garage helping Whitley County with car mechanic services. On the northwest side of Columbia City on County Road 250 West. Also, Preferred Credit Union specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. Perfect Credit Union, 37,000 ATMs at 12 northern Indiana locations. In Columbia City, right next to Walgreens at profedcu.org. Morris's Builders Mart at 516 East Van Buren. Locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Or online at morrisbuildersmart.com. Serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. So here come the Braves. We're all even at 11 now. Columbia City with a 7-0 run. So here's Ullman. Ullman works against Spellman. They hand it out now to Wellman.
Oh, we travel.
Cal Ullman kicks it across and outside the arc. Scheinman into the paint. Ran out of room. That's a travel again.
Shoot the ball.
Coach Filling letting them have it. Coach Filling's a good guy.
Like him.
Yep. Yeah, that's 3 travels in a row, isn't it? And they were just looking for contact that didn't come. Crawford underneath Spellman. Spellman turns, fires off the back iron. Low strong, good luck. Even at 11, 5:15 to go in the second. And the Braves back with Scheinman. Hands off to Wellman, high right. Wellman elbows his man, throws it to Elman. Coleman off the mark, put back, score. They left Scheinman alone underneath. He made his pay.
Good job, Scheinman.
So 13-11, and then we have a travel on Spellman.
Is that a travel?
No, I didn't see it. 5 turnovers.
Looked like he caught it flat-footed and then took off. I don't know how that can be a travel.
Not sure. I didn't see much of that. So 13-11, Bellmont back with it. Baseline, Kitson. Kicked that many touches, and they throw it out of bounds.
Boy.
So the ball goes all the way out the door, I think.
Someone went to get it.
Out the open door. And Officer Ansball on the play there. That ball went out the open door and back into the cavernous hallway. That hasn't happened in this gym, at least I've seen. Probably happened in a practice. But.
Yeah.
So 13-11, Columbia City back with it. 4:40 to go in the second as Mills and Baker report. And Andrew Hedrick misses from the elbow. And it's been a slow night. 4.5 to go in the half. 13-11 Bellmont. Ullman on the left side penetrates, puts it up, scores. So 15-11. And back comes Wilson. Up top, Andrew Hedrick. Andrew Hedrick puts it on the floor. Spellman up top for 3. There we go. They're off the Schneid. They're off the Schneid.
There we go, Elias.
15-14. And James.
Ooh. Nice job.
Up top now Wellman. Now Ullman left corner. Into the corner Ullman. Hits a cutter, but no. Crawford closed the gap, stole it.
Good job by Jackson.
Lead pass Spellman to the bucket. And off the mark, he short-armed that. He may have had some contact.
Oh, he got drilled.
So we go the other way. Looked like a sure two, but no. And in the corner now, here's Scheinman. Spellman wrestling with his man underneath. Wellman throws it in the corner for Scheinman. Back up to Wellman. Now Ullman. Down in the corner now James. James out of left corner. Alex Hedrick works against him. Ullman out of the deep baseline corner up the wing. James. Couple sides. Oh, yeah. Hedrick with a steal. Alex. Just one man to beat. Oh, gosh. They didn't call it.
Attaboy, Rat.
But it goes up to Spellman. Oh, and that rims out for 3.
Boy, that's terrible. How is that not? I mean, he grabbed him.
Unbelievable. Okay, here we go. They go right in. Score! Jack Scheinman.
That's just terrible.
For the Eagles, number 3, Mason Baker, and number 4, Seth Mills.
Coach Schaus wants an explanation from Joe Rondo.
They grabbed him from behind.
So, now letting him play a little bit. 17-14, timeout Bellmont, I think, this time.
Yep.
Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, serving locally for 30 years. Their microphones are from the support of them. More information available at flowtechpnh.com. Also, Culligan Water. For home or businesses, Culligan Water offers sales, rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. Timeout underwriter tonight. Myers Hockenmeyer McNagny LLP, located across the post office in Columbia City. They're on the telephone 248-2224 and on the web at WhitleyLaw.com. So it's been a struggle out of the gate for the guys tonight. So here we go. 2:50 to go in the half. And Alex Hedrick up top. Sends it to Crawford. Cross for Baker. Baker penetrates the elbow. Elevates, fires, back iron, no good. Crawford to loose ball. Score! Jackson got the roll. 17-16. Eagles right with them. And up top now, it's going to be Wellman. Wellman cross court now to Scheinman. Scheinman into the corner. They got a wide open man, but nice job by Crawford to close on James. James up the wing.
Good thing he didn't shoot that. Jackson would have volleyball spiked it.
Yep. Might have been in the bleachers. 2:10 to go in the half. 17-16 in favor of the visitors tonight. Scheinman on the left side. They take Wilson out of the screen. Now they got a double team.
Good.
Throw it to Allman. Allen with 3. Score! Wellman.
3 for Isaiah Wellman.
20-16. Bellmont with 1:52 to go in the half. Baker kicks it off. Mills down low. Crawford goes to work. No, he jumped, throws it to Alex Hedrick. Alex on the baseline. Oh, didn't get the roll. Mills has it. No, kicks it back to Baker.
Mason.
A 3. Oh, rimmed out.
That's us. Yep.
Boy, there's a lid on our basket. My gosh, that was halfway down.
Yeah.
Hitting for the Eagles, number 10, Andrew, and number 24, Elias Spellman.
Spellman for Mills and Baker.
And then the Bellmont band lineup, number 21, Chase Linegar.
And the first appearance for Chase
Linegar.
I don't know what Hoppy just said, but
that's what he said.
He did, okay.
Yeah.
And Crawford gets fouled, going to the bucket.
He comes right in and gets a foul.
Number 21, Chase Linegar.
Linegar comes in and gets the foul. His first.
Only their second foul. That's terrible, especially after that fast break that Alex had. He got drilled.
So Jackson Crawford shoots 2 for Columbia City. Got it.
There we go. Take the lid off.
20-17. And another one good.
Got to get a stop here and come
20-18
bucket.
Bellmont across the timeline now with James. James hands to Allman. Allman being pestered by. Bellmont got a hand on it.
That was a travel.
That was.
Holy cow.
And James, high right. Kicks it across now. Wellman. Down low. And Scheinman.
No play for one.
And Allman. And now in the corner over there's James again. 1 minute to go in the half. 20-18 Bellmont. Wellman faked it but didn't take it. And he drives the baseline, ran out of real estate but finds a man up top. They get it all the way around and in the paint they fire. Didn't get the roll. Oh, and they stole it from us and scored. We had 2 guys, I think, kind of batting the ball, and Scheinman puts it back in, 22-18.
Oh, swing it.
Andrew Hedrick up top. And Alex Hedrick. Or for Andrew Hedrick. He's going to hold. $20 seconds. Schaus just called the play. Don't know if you heard that, but maybe. 12 seconds. Here goes Wilson.
Foul. 22.
Well, a foul on Allman.
Silly.
That kind of came out of nowhere. Allman's first. There's kind of nothing there.
I don't know. You'd want your starter to get a foul like that.
And Wilson lost the handle. Now Spellman's got it.
Yep.
Hand check. That's 2 on Tate.
Yeah, that wasn't very smart on his part.
2 in about, 5 seconds?
Trying to get it back to even, probably.
No. Alex Cedric, 4 seconds, gets it to Andrew. Andrew lost the handle. Foul on Bellmont.
Come on. On 4.
How about that? 3 fouls in about 12 seconds. His first. Team's 5th.
Got to hit Spellman in the corner here.
1.8. They got it to Spellman. Elevates, fires, turn around. No good. So not a very crisp half of basketball for the Eagles.
Nope.
Well, really, the Braves for that matter. But they kind of probably like this type of game.
Probably.
They've made it choppy for us. So 22-18 at the intermission. And we have 2 for Mills for Columbia City, 4 for Crawford, 4 for Andrew Hedrick, 3 for Wilson, 5 for Elias Spellman, 5 Columbia City turnovers.
Recreational and competitive classes are starting a new class session in February. If you're interested in getting more.
And for Bellmont, Andrew James with 5, Jack Scheinman with 6, Isaiah Wallen with 5, and John Allman with 6. Thank you. I think we got some sort of a dance troupe out here or something of that sort. I don't know what they're doing here, but a break dance or what is this?
Not sure.
Interesting, whatever the case. I guess if you're watching on the video, you can see what's going on, but well, we didn't get much of a chance to be under, so I'll read you a couple more of them. Going for bowling parties and celebration of their famous fried fish. Thank you to Maine Bowl in Columbia City. And now only at Maine Bowl, when the Eagles win at home, there's free bowling for students after the game with ID. Maine Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main. Oh, that's loud. TNT Floral Shop for weddings, anniversaries, birthday, love, and gifts. Delivery and pickup available. More ideas can be seen on TNT's Floral Shop Facebook and Instagram page. Sweetheimer Trash Removal Roll-Off Services. Services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items picked up too. Since 1986, Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. You lose the track reading with the loudness of that. Western's Garage helping to print 400 shirts for the football student section this past fall. Also on the scoreboard tonight, helping with school spirit. Western's Garage helping with car mechanic services on the northwest side of Columbia City on 250 West. Play-by-play is brought to you by Profect Credit Union. They specialize in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. Profect Credit Union, 37,000 ATMs at 12 Northern Indiana locations, including the Columbia City location next to Walmart on the next to Walmart on the Walmart Drive. No longer at next to Walgreens. Morrison's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City, location in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen, or online at Morrison'sBuildersMart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. Broadcast brought to you by Bart's Car Store, selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne. The microphones are for the support of Flowtech Plumbing and Heating tonight, serving locally for 30 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. Also, Culligan Water for home or businesses. Culligan Water offers sales, rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at columbiacity.com. And the timeout underwriter tonight, Myers Hockenrod McNagny, LLP, located across the post office of Columbia City. They're online at 260-248-2224 and on the web at whitleywall.com. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry, Sean Bledsoe here. Courtney at the station. And others in this broadcast. As we have 22-18 Bellmont at the half. And I don't know if you're Coach Shouston there. What do you think he's saying?
Boy, turnovers. I had us for 7 in the first half. You got to take care of the ball defensively. We just got to block out, really. I mean, they've gotten quite a few offensive rebounds. I think they've got 6 points off of offensive rebounds, and aside from that, we just got to take care of the ball. We're not hitting shots. We're getting open looks. If it comes down to we're just not hitting shots, we've got good motion and we're getting open looks. You don't like it, but that's something you can live with.
Right.
Look, we weren't hitting shots today. Yeah, we turned the ball over, but we weren't hitting shots. We had good looks. We moved the ball well, kicked it out, did everything we could, just couldn't hit shots. You can deal with something like that, but hopefully we'll start knocking down some more here, and again, just take care of the ball.
Yeah, so halftime here, the halftime shootout going on. And, it's been a sluggish start. I don't know if this is necessarily what you would have expected out of this, but like you said, I think Bellmont was going to probably try to make it, messed up, discombobulated, muck and grind. So
if we can get out and run, we're pretty good. We're pretty hard to guard in the open court. But I guess if you can foul and not get called for the foul, doesn't really matter if we can run or not. So,
we had about 3 instances where we looked to have a sure two, and they were a little rough and tumble. And
2 of those seemed to be pretty easy foul calls. The other one they called a charge.
Yeah,
after the ball already went through the hoop. So, it'll be interesting. That the refs are going to, if they continue to do it, officiate like that, it's going to get testy, and they're going to have to kind of reel it in. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will. Well, congratulations to Coach Shearer and the Lady Eagles last night. What a game down there at the TP, and anytime you get out of there with a win, that's huge. And what an effort by players, coaches, and the fans were really into it last night, red hot, whatever you want to call it. But that just had a little bit of everything. And what a win. Two good teams going at it hard, and Columbia City able to win by 7 and be atop the Northeast 8 all alone in ladies basketball. And they'll take on Wallace C Tuesday evening, and chance to equal the 96-97 start of 17 straight.
Yep, and then you just gotta take care of business down in Huntington.
Yeah, that's the big one. And then you got Northrop down the road. You got DeKalb and New Haven, which
I don't know what DeKalb looks like, but I know New Haven is very down.
Yeah, New Haven scored 4 points in one game this year. That is just unbelievable. They're only averaging 22 points offensively a game, are the Bulldogs. So it's just been a rough ride all the way around for them.
Well, we've about averaging 22 points in the first quarter.
Well, yeah. So, Eagles back onto the floor. So we'll see the Lady Eagles again Tuesday night against Wallace C. The boys, meanwhile, will host Huntington North next Friday. And then the girls will go down to Huntington North in another building that's never easy to play in. That building hasn't been kind to Columbia City over the years, that's for sure. Good heavens, the boys didn't win there until Trevor Scheidley's junior year, if I remember right. From the inception of that building to, what was it, 2000, before we won in that building as far as boys basketball, and what a drought that was.
Well, that gym used to be so dark, too.
Yeah, it was dark.
And it was bigger.
Yeah, they've scaled it down as far as seats, and it's lit better now, and it's really a nice arena.
They kind of closed it in a little bit better. It was more open and
cavernous. Yeah, by one time, I think that sat over 5,500.
Yes, it was bigger than Marion, wasn't it?
Marion seats 7,000, I think.
That's 7,000 now?
Yeah.
Gosh, when we were there, it just didn't seem like it.
Well, they had a lot. They had the bleachers shoved in. And, obviously basketball back in its heyday, they darn near filled that night in and night out. In Marion, back in the days of the Purple Rain under Bill Green, and
back when the Blackmans were there too.
Yeah, the Blackman brothers. That was
more Justin probably than.
Yeah. Marion basketball's obviously taken a hit with a lot of those mid-sized blue-collar cities in Indiana that kind of went down with the auto industry. And who'd ever thought Marion would have been in 3A a few years ago when we played them? And I don't know if they're back. I think they're back in 4A now, but I don't know, but. Yeah, that's crazy. That is.
There's no way that we should have ever been bigger than them.
No, we were temporarily there.
Unless Busco and Whitco closed, there's no reason. There's just.
Of course, we're up over 1,100 now with the new building, so
I think we might be close to over 12 now.
So I don't know, but we're not going back to anything but 4A the rest of the way. So we're taking on the big boys. But I think overall you've seen, our whole athletic program overall start to prosper from the facilities. I mean, you look at how much we're winning now.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot more. People are staying. A lot more people are staying than trying to find somewhere else.
Trying to move out. All right, here we go. Second half. Glad you're with us. And the Bellmont Braves with possession. They lead it by 4. Look out. They got a man wide open. They score. DJ Kitson with a nice cut. Wow.
Just lost him.
Yep. Back to original starters for C City, and it appears for Bellmont. Look out, man. That's a defensive kick as that got knocked away from Crawford. Looks like everything's just a monumentous effort here for us tonight. Nothing's coming easy. From Rhett Wilson's 3 rattling in, and a couple others that have come out. It's been a rough night. And Belmont's doing what they want to do. We go for an alley-oop. Score! Jackson Crawford.
Saw that coming.
Hedrick on the pass. Alley-oop. Off the glass. 24-20. And it's going to be Bellmont on the left side with it. Wellman. Up top now for Scheinman. Scheinman lost his dribble and gives it up to James. High right, works against Mills. James hands it off. Here's Ullman. You got to watch Ullman. Ullman shakes and bakes, wheels and deals, throws it across now. And Scheinman out of the corner being hassled by Crawford. And up top now, Wellman. As the Eagles tighten up the defense. James dumps it down low. Backing in Kitson. And free throw line jumper. Ullman back there, no good. That goes off of Crawford. Long rebound off of Hedrick in the end. That's just a bad break there for the Eagles.
I mean, he got hit on the back there.
Who did?
Hedrick.
No, I didn't realize that.
James came there.
So 24-20. Bellmont with a minute 15 going in the third. They lead it by 4 over the Eagles.
Those are the stops you got to get if you want to get back in the game and take the lead.
Yep. So here's Scheinman dancing around, top of the key, hands it off now to Wellman. High right, looking in for the arc across for Scheinman. Down in the corner now, James. James flushed out of the corner. He comes back up top. Little razzle-dazzle dribble there. Gives it off to Scheinman. Crawford almost a pick. But James gets it back. Check that. That's Scheinman. Threw it away. Andrew Hedrick steal. Lead pass Mills. Mills to the bucket.
Ooh.
Lost the handle. We're going to get bailed out on a Bellmont foul.
I can't believe they called it.
I know. That's
Scheinman with the foul.
2 on Scheinman. First foul of the second half. Yep. Up top, Spellman. Andrew Hedrick sends it off Mills. Mills out of the left corner, drives. Mills all the way to the bucket. Just didn't get enough over the man. Didn't get it up over the top. Oh my! Scheinman hands off to a cutting Kitson. Now Ullman, look out! Floater didn't get the roll. Ullman gets his own rebound and scores. As the 2 Eagles jumped and it went right over him. Holy crow!
It bounced 3 times on the rim.
And score, Crawford.
Attaboy.
Assist Baker.
Really good drive by Mason there.
Good thing that pass had some mustard on it, too.
That was a laser there.
Yeah. Jackson able to corral the pass, and Baker put it in. 26-22. Bellmont. Out of the corner now is Wellman. Backing in. And they throw it out top instead to James. To Ullman. Ullman on the right side, across the key, flips it off for Scheinman. Scheinman up top. Hits Wellman. Wellman against Crawford. Now throws it across. Here's Ullman. Ooh. In and out, no good from 15. Rebound Baker.
That was a laser.
Yep. Lead pass to Crawford, thrown away. Too much traffic there.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass by Mason there.
And in the corner, up the wing now, Wellman. 4:50 to go third quarter. 26-22 Bellmont. It's been a slugfest. Just not many points. Ullman kicks it across now to James. James, razzle-dazzle dribble again, gives it up to Wellman. Wellman, likewise, now to Ullman. Down low, they get a man, open the bucket, they score on the back door, Kitson. Yes, that's wow, we lost the guy again down there. Easy layup. 28-22, Bellmont by 6. The Eagles are going to have to turn on the octane here. Now they got Baker! Nice feed from Crawford. 28-24, 4:10 to go in the third. It's been a quick game tonight. We're just after the hour, 8 o'clock. And Bellmont throws it back out. James. Right side now, Kitson.
Oh, he traveled.
Ullman traveled. So there's a break for Columbia City. 10 turnovers for the Braves.
Alex Hedrick.
Hedrick for Mills into the Columbia City lineup. 3:56 to go in the third.
Get a bucket here.
Yeah.
About time for a Spellman 3, isn't it?
This is about time for us to blow the lid off the roof here is what it is. We need a big run. Andrew Hedrick. Dancing around the right side. Tries to penetrate. Throws it up to Alex. And now Spellman. Spellman a floater in the paint. Scored! Well, you called it. You wanted a 3, but we got 2.
Yeah, I like the aggression there by Spellman.
28-26.
He gets in there, nobody can block his shot.
No. He just elevates so high. So James up top, cross court, Ullman in the corner, dumps down low, wide open layup, they score. Scheinman.
That's the same thing they've done the entire game. They back screen and then they dump.
30-26. Up top, Andrew Hedrick. Sends it off Spellman in the corner. Spellman out of the corner, puts it on the floor, kicks it off to Baker. Baker pulls up for the block. That got partially deflected. Baker goes down to play, loose ball, Bellmont back. Back door, score! Ullman. So they're back up 6 all of a sudden after we cut it to 2.
Little 4-0 run here.
And Andrew Hedrick up to Spellman. Andrew Hedrick, right side, dumps it down low. Errant pass, went to Crawford, and it was knocked away, and Spellman's going to get a foul.
24.
Just not a good pass by Andrew there.
And if anything can go wrong, boy, it's going wrong for the Eagles right now. (32-26) Bellmont, 2.5 to go in the third. Because they've got 4 layups this quarter.
Yeah. Off the same thing.
So up top, wide right. It is Scheinman. Ullman with it. Ullman works against Rhett Wilson. Ullman into the paint. Triple team. They throw it up. There's the man open up top. Wellman off the mark. Andrew Hedrick tipped it. They went it up the hands of Spellman. Spellman's gone all the way. Look out. Offensive foul.
I just don't get it because all they do is stand underneath the basket and take charge.
2 on Spellman. Spellman decided he was gone.
Yeah, and he's standing right under the basket. I don't like that call.
Yeah,
I know that's the rule, but I don't like it.
2 minutes to go in the third. Player control foul, gives it back to Bellmont. Stolen by Columbia City. Wilson's got it, had a pick, and they fell out of bounds with it.
Nice job.
Oops. Number 4, Seth Mills.
So Mills for Spellman into the Columbia City lineup.
Picked up a second. Might as well not get a third here in the third quarter.
Been a rough couple of games here for the Eagles.
Yeah.
And that 47-41 loss to Northwood, and now just struggle city tonight. Alex Hedrick kicks it off. There's a Mills 3.
Come on. Oh, boy.
Wide right. Well, we're not hitting these shots either. Not many.
Again, we're just getting wide open looks, too.
And Bellmont just picking away at it. Scheinman with a minute and a half to go in the third. Scheinman backed off the play. Wilson all over him. And now Wellman takes over. Wilson, dogged defense on him. Ullman tries to penetrate, spins. Oof. And they throw it back outside the arc to Scheinman. And Ullman up top. You got to watch Ullman. Ullman spins to the bucket, off the glass, scores. It rattles in. I don't know what more Rec could do. He had to be dog tired.
Yep, 6-0 run there.
34-26. Bellmont. Wilson. Andrew Hedrick. The Bellmont fans not happy with that.
Number 5,
His first?
Yep.
Team second. Filling not happy with the call. And up top, here's Andrew Hedrick. Free throw line. Dumps it down. Crawford. Turnaround.
Oof.
Back iron. Didn't get the roll. Boy. They're not hitting anything.
Really like to see Jackson turn around, pump fake, and take it to the hole.
Slam it.
I mean, he's 6'4". There's nobody within 3 inches of him. Come on.
So Bellmont looks to work for one. They have a chance to go up what in this game would seem big. Yeah. This is one of these games where 8 seems like 16. So here's Bellmont. 12 seconds. Up top, Wellman puts the move.
Travel.
Turn around the paint. No good. Rebound Crawford batted around. Buzzer. Thankfully the buzzer went because and who threw that at the bucket?
Hedrick.
Then it almost went in?
Mm-hmm.
It was after the buzzer, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So here comes Spellman back in. So the Eagles. And the scoring here. Baker with 2, Mills with 2, Crawford 8, Andrew Hedrick 4, Brett Wilson 3, Spellman 7. And 7 Columbia City turnovers. And James with 5 points, Scheinman 8, Wellman 5, Kitson 4, Ullman 12. After 3 quarters, thank you, Sean. So, well, I didn't quite see this coming tonight. Obviously, we've got 8 minutes of basketball left, but
yeah, I mean, we're just not hitting open shots, really. I mean, I asked for 3 turnovers in that quarter, but aside from that, we're getting open looks. It's just, we just can't hit an open shot right now. It's unbelievable. What did we score? 6 points that quarter? What was it? 20-24? Is that what it was?
24-20 at half, I think.
Yeah, so we scored 6 points that quarter.
6 points that quarter for us, I think. 8. So Columbia City basketball begin the 4th quarter here. Got some work to do. Andrew Hedrick to Spellman. To Mills. Mills to the elbow. Dumps it back to Spellman, right corner. Spellman throws it to Mills. Mills all the way to the lamp. And there we go. Counts and a Bellmont foul.
Nice little hesitation dribble and got him on his hip.
James the foul. 3 on him. So Coach Filling may be forced to make a move. So Mills for a 3-point play. Back iron, no good.
Wasn't even close.
So 34-28, we're off to Schneid to start the 4th anyway. And here come the Braves, leading by 6. 30 seconds going in the 4th. Up top, Wellman. Now it's going to be Scheinman, flipping it off now to James. James high left. Now Scheinman back to James. There was a travel.
Yeah, it was.
Wellman. And they hand it off. Wellman.
Yeah, Rhett got one there.
Rhett Wilson, a hand check.
His first.
Team's 3rd. Probably won't be shooting many free throws. Well, unless we're forced to foul late.
We're going to have to.
Well, yeah, unless we just go on some point scoring crashing crescendo, which hopefully we do. Scheinman up near the center circle, whips it off now for Wellman, high right with a minute gone in the fourth. Bellmont by 6. And they're just being kind of methodical, just kind of working in the weeds here, wasting time. James into the corner now for Scheinman. And here's Ullman. You got to watch him at the elbow. Well, flips it back instead. And Scheinman lost the handle. Columbia City foul. They get Spellman.
No, Mills, I think.
Mills.
Oh, hold on that one.
Third for Mills. That's the hand check again. The dreaded hand check all of a sudden.
Yeah, when they haven't called. Yeah.
Not much.
It's interesting.
Team foul 4 on the Eagles. Oh, look out. Another layup and they score. Scheinman. Holy crow. That's got to be about 8 layups on the night. Here comes Crawford to the scorer's table. And here comes Baker. Mills to Spellman. Ooh. Alex Hedrick. Alex back to Spellman. Spacing's not very good. But Spellman across the paint. Oh, just a bunny. Floating against the grain, boy. We just cannot hit shots.
The lid is on.
Yep. 36-28. Minute 50 gone in the fourth. Up top now, James. And wide right. James kicks it across. Look out. An open 3. Wellman. Bingo! Holy smokes. 11-point Bellmont lead. Timeout Columbia City.
Yep.
Number 5, Jackson Crawford returns.
Now we got them out in the comeback climb here.
They're making shots and we're not.
Yeah, that's basically the bottom line. Like you said, we've had the looks. We've had some turnovers, but we've had looks and just can't hit them. So TNT Floral Shop is an underwriter down here on WJHS for weddings, anniversaries, birthday, and love and gifts. Delivery and pickup available. More ideas can be seen on TNT Floral Shop Facebook and Instagram page. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services they're underwriting tonight. Include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items picked up too since 1986. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Known for bowling celebrations, parties, and their famous fried fish. Thank you to Maine Bowl in Columbia City. Not only at Maine Bowl when the Eagles win at home, there's free bowling for students after the game with ID. Maine Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main Street. You going to hit for that free bowling? What? Did you hit the Sean Bledsoe? I think, well, tonight we're on the hot seat, but I don't think anybody in the building, school building, knows that students get free bowling except us. They better put that on the big screen TVs around here. So I'm the only one. I told Coach Schaus about it, and he goes, "Really?" Yeah. And I think they went bowling, but so anyway, yeah, free bowling for students with ID after the game with a win. Obviously, we're on the hot seat here. Going to have to come back. And here's Andrew Hedrick and pump fake. Score!
2 for Andrew Hedrick.
39-30 off to Schneid. Now we're going to put the pressure on him. Look out. Wellman across for James. They get it across to Ullman. They got numbers down into the corner, but they pull it out, pull it across. Wellman sidesteps the man, pulls up from 12 in the paint, bricked it. Rebound Spellman. Lost the handle. Into the hands of Andrew Hedrick. Lead pass into the front court now. Mills didn't see Crawford. Now he sees him, and it gets knocked out of bounds.
Oh, wow.
Off of Bellmont.
Oh, boy. I think Jackson just lost that.
He may have.
I don't think that got touched.
Coach Filling kind of with a grin on his face. You may be right.
That wasn't.
There's a Bellmont player that flew there. Crawford lost the handle.
He can't.
Well, now I thought he double dribbled. Baker for 3. That's short. Man. Boy, Baker struggled with the threes. Man. Ever since he's come in from the ankle injury, he's just been a little bit trying to feel it out. So 5:05 to go, 39-30. And here's Scheinman. Eagle defense needs to turn up the heat. Here's James. Now it's going by Andrew Hedrick. Andrew, one man to beat, layup score. Well, bingo bango there, 39-32. They put the heat on him again. Come on. Get these fans fired up. Yeah. Into the backcourt. Get it across. Eagles putting the heat on him. James up top. Loose ball. Bellmont got it back. Look out. Loma picks it up. And backdoor, they throw it away. No. They shoot. They score. Holy smoke.
Oh, my gosh. Jackson's got to swap that into the first row.
Here's Baker. He goes to the bucket. He scores. They got an offensive onslaught here. Point scoring crashing crescendo for both teams, 41-34. 4:15 to go, but the Eagles behind the 8 ball here. Across the timeline now, it's Scheinman. As we're moving up on the halfway mark of the fourth quarter. Bellmont by 7. Now look out, all the way in, layup. Score! I thought Jackson got a hand on that. Yeah. 43-34. Scheinman again. Crawford dumps it back. Crawford from the elbow fires. Long. Rebound Crawford. Or check that. Spellman scores. Timeout Columbia City. Holy Toledo. Boy, everything's just been such an effort. Good Lord. So Spellman scores. I think he's might be coming out. But at any rate, 3:45 to go, 43-36. And some more of the underwriters tonight. Timeout. Underwriter, Myers, Hockemeyer, Magnagni LLP, located across from the post office in downtown Columbia City. 248-2224. And on the web at WhitleyLaw.com. Also, Culligan Water for homeware businesses. Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water, online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. Thanks to the underwriters. Thank you for listening to WJHS. Leader Thompson, Matt Curry, Sean Bledsoe. Stats and spotting for us here tonight. You heard him earlier on the broadcast. So here comes Bellmont. Andrew Hedrick's going to pick up James at half court. They get it across. And cross court. And they're just kind of spreading it around. Look out. Wellman, a three. Off the mark. Loose ball, Alex Hedrick. Big rebound. Alex dribbles out of trouble. And he'll hand it to his brother Andrew with 3:20 to go. 43-36. Back to Baker. Baker drives.
Nice pass.
Crawford, get in there. Scores. It rattles in. Basket counts. Bellmont foul. There we go.
I think that's the first time this year that I've seen Jackson go to the right in front of the rim, and we've driven it to the baseline, which is where you need to be, and it's just a layup every time.
43-38. Crawford will shoot a free throw.
Great look.
That one almost tried to come out of the hoop.
I tried.
My gosh.
There it is.
And Crawford money at the free throw line. 43-39.
Let's go.
3:13 to go. We got pressure in the backcourt. James with it. Check that. That's Scheinman. Now off to James. Back to Scheinman. Scheinman in the backcourt. Look out. Oh, he slipped the foot.
Oh, that's 10.
Timeout.
A timeout.
Coach Filling calls for time.
He got lucky. That almost got stolen too.
30-second timeout with 3:01 to go in the ballgame. 43-39. Western's Garage on board tonight. They had 400 shirts printed for the student section during home football games. Western's Garage on the scoreboard tonight, helping with school spirit. Western's Garage helping Whitley County and with car mechanic services on the northwest side of Columbia City on County Road 250 West. ProFed Credit Union, they specialize in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union offers 37,000 ATMs in 12 northern Indiana locations in Columbia City, right next to Walgreens. Check that. Now out on the Walmart Drive. I just gave you the old location after I told you it wasn't there anymore on the last read. That's out on the Walmart Drive, the new ProFed. It is very nice. I've been there. All right, Bellmont basketball. In front of the Columbia City bench, right here in front of us. They get it into Ullman. 3 minutes straight up to go. Bellmont by 4. Ullman back to James. James takes the cross. Check that. That's Scheinman. Now hands to James. James across the key left. 2:50 to go. Over for Wellman. Wellman dumps it down. James in the corner. James flushed out of there by Crawford. 14 fouls apiece, so nobody in the penalty yet. 2:40 to go. Crawford hassles James. And what are they going to say? Off of...
Oh, I thought that was off of Bellmont.
They say off of Eagle foul.
Number 3, Mason Baker with the foul.
Baker with a foul, his third.
Oh, okay.
2:37 to go. Ball out of bounds. That's team foul 5 on Columbia City. They get it into Ullman in traffic. And Alex Hedrick out there to cause problems. Now they're getting double teamed up top. And somehow down low, they get it.
They had a layup too.
Oh, and they missed that, but they sent it across the top, and now James with it. 2:22 to go. In the corner. And up top, James again. James. And now Wellman. Wellman to James. James throws back to Wellman. Wellman drives. A little quick. 6 Bellmont turnovers. 5 Bellmont. What? Oh, 14. Okay, well, getting your hand signals there. I should have known those were 14, not 4 or 5, whatever I was adding up. Need the abacus out. Here comes Columbia City. 2:05 to go. Crawford down low to Baker. Inside position. And one. Basket counts. Bellmont foul. 43-41. 2:01 to go. Holman with a foul on the back.
Mason Baker.
Baker will shoot a free throw. Columbia City. That's 2. Holman. So Baker, a chance to trim the lead to 1. Columbia City senior fires. Bingo! 43-42.
Let's go.
Here we go. Crunch time. We're back in the ball game now. Under 2 to go. Get the fans roaring here. Wellman. Up top. Kitson hands off in the corner. Whoa!
Traveled again.
The bench wants travel. They're not going to get it. And James up top, spinning left of the key. Oh,
there's another one.
Close again. And now it's Wellman. No further play. Timeout.
He makes 2 travels there.
Yeah,
2 of them.
Full timeout for Bellmont. 1:40 to go. 43-42. Columbia City clawing their way back into this one. Kind of similar to the other night late where we got the opportunity again.
Yep.
To come back from that, I think the other night was 7-point deficit, or it ended up 6. But but we had the opportunity.
I think we were down 2. 42-40 is what it was, and then
So here we're in that same position again, Matt Curry. 1:40 to go. So what are we doing here with the huddle?
You know, they're probably it's the same kind of defensive, pressure that they're going to have down here. You know, you got to be careful. Obviously, we probably don't want to get another foul just yet.
No.
But the way that we're playing it most likely is going to happen because we're going for a steal. But we're going to keep the pressure up and really try to force them into a turnover. Try to force them to speed up that they're going to make a bad decision. And in that, the downfall is you could run into a layup. We could be over-rotating or not rotating enough, and they can get an easy layup. So.
All right, they throw it in, and we got him trapped, but they get it up, and now James has it.
There we go.
1:35 to go. He's on Mills. Wellman at the center circle. A minute and a half to go. Wellman hands off. James, we almost got another one down low on the baseline. They knock a man over. Oh! Blocked by Andrew Hedrick. Here's Mills. Blocked. Mills into the front court. Baker kicks it underneath. Fast knocked out of bounds by Bellmont. Nice defense there. Alex Hedrick was alone.
What a block by Andrew. He swatted that thing off the backboard.
So 1:15 to go. Columbia City down 1 into Andrew Hedrick. Wide right.
Hit it.
Baker off the mark back iron. Mills saves the bacon. Mills back out to Andrew Hedrick.
Let's get a look. Let's get a look here.
43-42. Here's Hedrick. Andrew with it. Dumps it to the elbow now. Crawford. Crawford fakes the elbow jumper. Hands to Andrew Hedrick.
Go.
Andrew into the paint. Ran out of real estate.
Good.
Travel on Mills.
I don't understand. That's not a travel, but they're not calling this down here where he takes 3 steps. That's unbelievable.
All right, Columbia City on defense, trailing by a point, 48 seconds. Allman across for Wellman. Check that, James. James in trouble.
No, come on.
And that'll get the fans irate a bit. Not quite as irate as they were at Bellmont last night. But holy smokes, timeout. Oh, good grief. Jeez, oh, Pete. Shouts from the peanut gallery. I'm getting pictures of myself, of us. All right. Good old Mr. Leach. All right, well, 39 seconds, so now we're on the defensive side of the ball. So again, we're going to go. We've got the steal, obviously, and we got 5 team fouls apiece, so conventional wisdom says they're going to look for contact.
Yeah, you got to go for a steal here, and if you get a foul, you get a foul. That's just how it is. But I would assume with how things are going, if we get into a foul or we get them in a 1-and-1, you're probably going to see Alex come out, and you're going to see Spellman come back in for offensive purposes, and hopefully they miss the front end of the 1-and-1, and we can come down and try to make a play.
Oh, they get it in. Look out.
Oh.
They're called Crawford.
Yeah, that wasn't a very smart foul.
Jackson Crawford.
It's his second. Team 6.
It was quick. It was only 1.9 seconds that went off. So we're
going to foul him quick or get this.
Oh boy, they had him.
Yeah, they did. Up top, here's Wellman.
Probably not. They're probably going to go for a steal.
And James. Alex Hedrick gives up the foul.
I guess.
Alex doesn't think he did anything.
Alex Hedrick, 1-and-1. Isaiah Wellman.
Wellman will shoot. Wellman, one of the 3 seniors on this Bellmont squad. 31 seconds. He shoots 1 and the bonus. He got it. 44-42 Bellmont. So Wellman has a chance to put the Braves up by 3. Then when into a position, do we go for a 3 or go for a 2?
Quick 2.
He got it. 45-42.
Quick 2.
Timeout. 29.1. Coach Schaus calls for time.
The Eagles, it's a full timeout.
He's going to bring Spellman back.
Yep.
Returning for the Eagles, 24, Elias Spellman.
So, for Alex, yep.
They could use one of Alex's baseline corner ones tonight, but he hasn't been able to shake free over there.
Nope.
So, maybe we get Spellman open, and he certainly do. Well, there's a lot of guys that are due tonight. We just haven't got some shots to drop.
I mean, you got to think the guy that they're most likely going to lose is going to be Seth Mills.
True.
So.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's had probably 3 or 4 wide open looks. So, I mean, he's about due as well. But if you're looking for a 3, honestly, I think you're trying to go for a quick 2 here, maybe get an and-one foul and extend the game. At least you can get 2 and get it back to 1, or, tie the game with an and-one, and then you just play basketball and see what happens. But
I think we're down to 1 timeout.
They are too.
Yep.
So if we scored, I mean, they've had trouble with the press. So,
all right, Mills will throw it in right at midcourt. In the backcourt, Baker. 28 seconds, Baker, high left. There's Andrew Hedrick up top.
Yep.
He throws the Mills in the corner. Mills.
Hit it.
Back to Andrew Hedrick. 18 seconds.
One more.
Mills to the bucket.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Of all the charges, that was the most.
I agree with you, partner, that.
Unless he's saying he was still sliding under him. That's the only thing I can think of.
Coach Filling, not much of a protest, but
he must have been. He must have been sliding in still.
2 shots. So points with the clock stop. As Mills decided he was going to take it. Well, with 14, we had to really have chewed up half the time. We had to do something. So Mills shoots. Back iron, no good.
Yikes.
So, this one to cut it to 2.
There it is.
Got it. 45-43, Bellmont basketball. Pressure. James gets it in. They throw it in. Now they get it, and there's a foul given up by
Andrew. His first.
Number 10, Andrew Hedrick, the foul. 1-and-1.
His first.
Andrew James.
1-1 for Andrew James with 11.9.
Got to block out.
Rimmed out. Rebound Crawford, and it ricochets to Spellman. 9 seconds.
Go, Eli.
Spellman elevates. No good. Crawford got a hand on it. And it's off of Crawford.
Nope. Off of Bellmont.
But we only got .7.
Yep. There's got to be time put back on, I would think.
Full timeout by the Eagles.
Oh, just a little strong.
Boy, I thought he had it. I was really hoping he was going to pull up for 3, to be honest with you.
Boy, it's been a night where nothing is going in. I shouldn't say nothing, but not a lot, really.
Number 21, Chase
Leniger comes back.
Number 23, Eli Laurent.
Eli Laurent. We're going to see Laurent for the first time tonight. They're just putting him in there to clog things up.
Yeah, tall guy.
Well, Laurent checks in at 6'4", 190, so there's some beef in there, some meat and potatoes. And they put Leniger back.
Yeah, 6'1".
6'1", so they get some guys with wingspans in there and to cause havoc, but only .7.
I mean, you can catch and shoot with .7.
We didn't argue for what time to be put
I guess
back.
not, yeah.
I don't think it probably wasn't an issue, really. I mean,
yeah.
It would be nice if it was 1.7, but
I was really wishing that Spellman was going to just pull up for 3 there.
Yeah, boy.
I like that. I mean, haven't been able to make layups, haven't been able to make anything. Might as well shoot a 3 and hopefully win it.
We put ourselves in an awkward position here, and this is all we got left.
Yep. Timeout. Yep.
Timeout, Bellmont.
I would assume you're probably going to have like a primary and a secondary. Primary is going to be probably trying to throw something up by the rim for either Spellman or Crawford. And your secondary is going to be, if that doesn't happen, you're going to have another screen coming off of that guy screening to an open shot, and it has to be a catch and shoot. And points, I think .4 is the
.3
or .4 is the lowest it can be for a catch and shoot.
Yep.
So .7 is plenty of time to catch and get a nice shot off.
Yep. And you figure with Crawford or Spellman, those are 2 guys who can jump out of the gym. I don't know whether you try of course, is there enough room? They're over in the corner with the ball.
Yeah, there's plenty of room.
So there's room. The backboard isn't in the way, so to speak.
And I don't know that I've ever seen Spellman actually really try to jump high, so I don't know how high he can actually jump.
True.
He just kind of glides through the air, so I don't know if he actually is a really, really high riser or if he's just smooth enough and, Here
we go.
So
Baker the ball. Lobs it in. Crawford off his hands. Ball game. Bellmont escapes 45-43. Pass just a little too strong, I think, wasn't it?
Yep.
Otherwise, I think we had something.
Oh, yeah, he was there. He was there.
That's a tough one for Coach Schaus and the Eagles.
Yep.
Wow. It's probably one of Coach Schaus's tougher losses here.
Yep.
He's talking to himself on the way off the court. He is.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be a pretty locker room.
No, and Mason's got to make that pass. He just has to make that pass.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Ugh. And again, we're basing that off of he didn't catch it. So I don't know if maybe Jackson didn't go deep enough. Maybe he was supposed to be further away. Maybe we don't know, but just from that look right there, Mason's got to make the pass unless there's something we don't know.
Yeah. It's a fine line with .7.
Yep.
I mean, you're already, you're playing the odds are not in your favor necessarily, but
right.
we had the opportunity there to perhaps make it happen just a little bit off.
Yeah.
Now you still got to be able to make the shot, but
right. I can't believe that shot didn't go in by Spellman.
It was just a little strong, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh! I mean, how many times have we seen him hit that pull up?
Oh, I know.
I mean, just it's almost an automatic shot for him.
Yeah. Well, for the second consecutive game, you've seen a lot of missed opportunities by Columbia City and
wide open opportunities.
Yeah, it's just a lack of shooting prowess right now is a lot of the problem. We did seem to come out of the gates a little sluggish tonight, but Bellmont wasn't much better at times. It just They hit shots, we didn't. I think you brought that up earlier. All right. Baker with 7. Mills with 5. Crawford 11. Andrew Hedrick 8. Wilson 3. Is that's 9 for Spellman, right? Yeah. 9 for Spellman. We turned the ball over 9 times according to these stats. And also Bellmont, 5 out of Andrew James, 12 out of Jack Scheiman, 10 out of Isaiah Wellman. DJ Kitson with 6. Well, he was quiet in the second. I don't think we heard from him. Ullman with 12. 14 turnovers by Bellmont. Wow, they make 3 3-pointers tonight. It seemed like they made more than that.
They made them at big times.
Big times.
That's really what it was.
And we only had 2 threes, Spellman and Wilson.
Yeah.
And 45-43, correct?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, well, they shut the scoreboards off early tonight, but I have a propensity to forget the final score for some reason. But, wow, this is a tough one. After the Northwood game, I mean, you're looking for a bounce back. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We've been on a winning streak.
Yep.
So now you get 2 of these that are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You just got to fight through something now that you haven't really dealt with. As this, in this season yet. Now you're facing adversity after 2 straight similar losses with a lot of missed shots. So going forward,
I mean, you gotta imagine that we're not going to continue to miss shots like that, because that's not. I mean, historically, the way that our guys play, they hit shots. I mean, it's just
right.
Everybody's in a slump instead of it just being one person in a slump or 2 people in a slump. Nobody's shooting the ball well right now. So.
Yeah, it's just not much to say about that other than not a good night. And neither team really came out of the gate very smooth, that was for sure.
No.
It kind of looked like sandpaper and grit and clutch and grab or whatever the case. And
yeah.
I don't need it tonight.
Yeah,
so well, I'm getting bleacher butt. I'm not worried if they see me or not. Although I guess if I stand up, I don't know if I stand up, I guess it does look awkward, but 45-43, and hey, Eagles have 5 days to prepare for Huntington.
Yeah, that's not going to be a slouch either.
Well, no, I mean, you get into a physical battle, the Coach Teagle team's never easy to play against.
Right.
And they do a lot of things we do at times.
I would assume that they're going to be taller.
Yeah, typically. Everybody seems taller than us, but yeah, Huntington will get a little rough and physical and everything else.
Down there, yep.
And down there, traditionally over the years, there's a lot of things that are just, on the periphery that are tough.
Yep.
And it's kind of like going into Warsaw sometimes. It's not not too much in your favor necessarily. You really have to fight through a little bit of everything there. And so that'll be the Eagles' next challenge. Boy, they'll need a bounce back there after letting this one get away.
Yeah.
And we trailed by 11, didn't we? Yes.
Yeah, we did. Well, and the other thing, too, Jackson wasn't even hitting his jump shots that he always, right there around the elbow. He wasn't even hitting his shots either, so.
And he's usually money from that.
Oh, yeah, hit there in the short corner. He just knocks those down. So it's not just, Mason wasn't hitting shots tonight or Mills wasn't hitting shots tonight. It's everybody. Andrew couldn't throw it in the ocean.
Yeah, and we didn't see his patented turnaround or fadeaway. Right. And, Bellmont had stuff to do with that. But,
even Andrew had quite a few just pull-up jumpers that he always hits and they just won't fall him. So.
Yeah, it was a tough night all the way around for the maroon and gold. And,
you just hope that, they can come out of the slump here, or at least a couple of them. Can come out of the slump. Just a couple guys could have stepped up and hit shots tonight. We won the game by 6 points. It's.
Yeah. Yeah, the shooting percentage couldn't be very good tonight overall.
No.
I wouldn't think, and I know we don't have any stats at our disposal. So,
well, I mean, and from Coach Schauss's point of view, I mean, you can't go out there and make the shots for him. You know what I mean?
Right.
As a coach, you can't make those shots. You can put them in positions to have a good look at a shot, and I feel like they've done that. You know, they've been in a good position to hit an open shot or make a layup, or, you know, we've run a play that, you know, it's not necessarily a shot for you, but it's to get it to that next guy, and we've done that, and we just can't seem to knock those shots down or finish down low. It's just, it's a slump. That happens. I mean, you gotta learn from it, and you gotta push through and fight through it.
So, wow, what a night. Well, we'll be back Tuesday night with Lady Eagle basketball, as they will go for 17-0 against the Wawasee Lady Warriors. Good luck to Coach Shear and company. And what a thing they've got going, and they can equal that 96-97 team for a 17-0 start. Yeah. That would be something that stood for a while, but
good to see Dunham not walking with a boot on now.
Oh, really? I didn't even see her. Oh, yeah, there she is. Yeah. So that's good. She had a key bucket last night.
Yes, she
off
did.
The bench. It didn't look like it in the grand scheme of things, but it was.
It was a big one.
Yeah, a lot of things last night were huge.
Mm-hmm.
But we got that one, but we didn't get this one. But so the Bellmont weekend is a split. So girls in Wawasee Tuesday evening, and then the Huntington weekend. Boys host Friday. The girls are down there.
Yep. Boys host Friday, girls are down there Saturday.
And they had that reversed again. So.
That's basically, I mean, you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but that's the conference right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
And you know Coach Shear's focusing on Wawasee and
DeKalb and New Haven are the other two we have left, right?
Yeah,
and
those two struggling ball clubs, especially New Haven.
Again, you don't want to overlook it, but you got to think that, you know, you get that Huntington North win and you don't want to cruise, but that's the one you're looking at to really seal the deal instead of having a split.
Right. Exactly. So we got that split, a couple years ago in Norwell.
Yep.
In 20.
When we beat Norwell?
Yep.
We beat them at home. And then we lost to Huntington North, right?
Yep. We beat them in the old barn and then lost to Huntington North that year. But so, a lot on the table for Lady Eagles, and we'll hope the guys get off the schneid here and get those shooting shots back falling, and we'll be clear sailing. So that's about it for tonight. And so thanks for being with us. We'll recognize the underwriters one last time tonight. Western's Garage, ProFed Credit Union, Morse's Builders Mart, Bart's Car Store, Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, Culligan Water Service. Myers Hockemeyer McNagny was your timeout underwriter. And Maine Bowl, don't forget that famous fried fish. Boy, I'm hungry enough. I could eat some of that right now. I forget what their phone number is. Maybe I better get carry out. So TNT Floral Shop as well, and Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Those underwriters were all a part of this broadcast on WJHS, and we thank the whole crew. Courtney at the station, Sean. Peters, I think, is in the barn, isn't he? And Cole, is he here? And I just got to get these names down instead of guessing and pulling them out of the hat.
Courtney's back in the radio room.
What?
Say Courtney's back at the radio room.
Courtney's back in the studio. Okay, that's the one that kept us alive and kicking, at least on the air tonight. So, we had some listeners from a few different places tonight. I think Mr. Hay was listening in Colorado, a former Eagle from the 60s. So, Greg Hay, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be back with you Tuesday night game with Wawasee. So
sounds like roads are slick.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't have that report yet. So it's getting a little bit dicey out there, so be careful. So, in the meantime, we will say so long tonight for Columbia City High School. For Sean Bledsoe and Matt Curry, Andrew Thompson saying so long, telling you the final score again. 45-43 in favor of the Bellmont Braves. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you on Tuesday. Good night.